morning, people kind. Welcome back to Fresh Slick and Mick, episode 17, like the magazine. Windsor, Ontario's finest modern millennial bro. Coming to you from the middle of a tornado thunderstorm death match or something like that. I don't know what's going on out there.
It's pretty sick, man.
It's pretty crazy.
You want to just go do this podcast outside?
I would actually do it.
Harness the power of the weather.
We're going to need to harness the power of the weather. Y'all see the climate change report?
Oh, nope.
It's not good.
It's a Chinese myth.
Oh, well.
Idiot.
Why did you apply a
You
race to
stupid
that?
fucking liberal.
Are you that unplugged?
Yeah,
That's
he
a
is.
terminology?
Yeah. No,
that was a fucking Trump thing. He literally called
he said
climate
it.
change
I don't know.
a Chinese hoax.
Oh, see, I don't listen to stupidity, so.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm not too happy about it.
Yeah, it's not good.
And I'm fucking contributing right now. So in two ways.
I mean, technically existing contributes to,
You're right.
to climate change. There's not much you can do to avoid it, but there are certain measures that are worse than others.
We should stop eating so much fermented foods and farting so much. It's a good start.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
It's going to be one of those Mickey episodes.
Oh, man, that was dumb. I'm
DJ,
sorry, Mickey.
tune out right now. You're not going to like this one, bud.
You're going to love it.
Cut off.
Anyway.
Think of the cows.
No, it was just so they basically said we got what 12 years left to limit disastrous effects of climate change, right?
Yeah. 12. 1, 2.
But if you stop, if everything flipped like a light switch right now today, we would still never get back to where things were before. And obviously they're just going to change and everything. That's fine. It is natural and you can't live without an impact. But they're talking about like the irreversible, like, oh, we're all
Like our planet's going to die.
See,
Well,
that's the thing.
Well, because it's not going to die. It's just going to fucking kill us. And
it's
then
going to change. The planet and nature don't care. They don't care about us, and they don't even care about the whales. That's how cold nature is. Doesn't even care about the fucking whales. But what would happen would be this catastrophic change. You know, probably most higher forms of life, as we might call them, would be leveled.
Yep.
Whether due to, like, say, the whales, pollution in the oceans, that sort of thing. We already know how bad that is. And then we're gone. We're gone. But the lower forms will remain. And then it would be maybe some millions of years. Things would change and new forms of life would develop. And that'd be it. Yeah. That'd be it. And nature would not give a fuck.
Maybe it's because, like, nature's like, fuck these little fucking people walking around, or, like, Earth's just pissed at us. It's like, I'm going to fucking wipe all these dickbags out real quick.
Try again.
It's weird. I explained this to somebody who, not that they don't really, like, believe in it, but they have a hard time grasping the concept of the planet as, like, a living thing. Because it's not like living, but it needs to sustain living things. So therefore, it kind of has to keep doing what it's doing to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, it doesn't need to. It just does.
Yeah, it just does. And that's why we live. But if we contribute to the speed up of the change, which is what we're doing, it's no good, right? So it's like bacteria living on humans, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
millions.
Have you ever heard of the Portuguese man o' war?
What? I've heard of it.
It's a symbiotic life form. It's basically multiple things that are their own living things. It's an ocean creature.
Okay.
But they all basically flourish together. Like they exist together.
Yeah.
They aren't the same thing. Even their taxonomy is somewhat different. But it's just like they exist as this one thing.
Yeah.
That is called the Portuguese man o' war.
Okay, maybe you told me about that a while ago.
But we are similar to that.
Oh, we are super similar. Yeah, and that's what I tried. That's what I was explaining to this person. I was just saying, you know, we have millions of fucking organisms that live on us and help us live.
And help us live, yes.
And help us live. That we don't understand that it's like the world, and we need to help the world, you know, stay where it's at and not speed it up.
Yeah, exactly. And there's just so many ways to just not be a fuck. So many ways to not be a fuck. So first I want to talk about why this is important, because it's not, I mean, it's important because we want to keep living. Like, I want to have grandkids. I should probably find someone who wants to stay in a room for more than an hour with me first.
I've done that.
You weren't happy.
It wasn't-
about
Oh, no,
it.
smoke
Don't lie.
breaks.
You didn't want
Smoke
to.
breaks,
you,
yeah.
you were there against your will.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Anyway.
You couldn't make it an hour in the car ride.
Oh, jeez, no.
But that's because I was driving, though, right?
No,
No?
it wasn't that. It was just the whole presence of everything.
Yeah,
okay.
all of it. But no, there's like nature as it is fucking sweet. Like
Yeah.
the environment as it is fucking sweet. So it's unfortunate that we take such gratuitous advantage of it, I think, because you know, it's so unappreciated. Like everybody wants to go and get their selfies for the gram out on the mountaintop
Oh, yeah.
or on the beach or whatever. But like, when's the last time these people just left it all behind? Like, by it all, I mean any social acknowledgement or even things like books, like you tell me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do that, and just went into nature and just
Take it all in.
existed.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Let
I mean,
time disappear.
Since I bought this camera, I've been taking a lot of pictures. I take close-ups, though, like, so it's hard to tell. But before that, man, I wouldn't take any pictures. If I would, you would never know I've been on the trails I've been on. You know what I'm saying? Because I never would post them. I would just take.
I mean,
it
the
in,
last
man.
time I saw you on a trail was not a pretty sight.
No. That trail people knew I was on. It was like when I was yelling, help me. No, that was different. But like when I'm just going exploring, I don't fucking, I don't do I wasn't climbing Everest or anything, but you
Yeah.
know, I know what you mean. Just
Yeah.
immerse yourself in the nature around you.
Yeah.
Instead of being worried about, oh, this looks good, I should post this later.
I feel like even the people who wouldn't agree with the protection and conservation issues at hand still, like especially our age, have that appreciation of nature by and large.
Yeah. Differently probably, but yeah, like it. I think everyone does for some reason. Even if it's like
It's
in a different
natural.
way. It's natural.
Yeah.
This is like nature versus nurture.
It's
You
I
know
don't
what
know.
I mean? Like, are you learned that appreciation, or is it just within
Are
you?
you
know what?
learned that?
You know what?
You got learned up.
I got learned up. Are you learned that, son?
I can say that myself growing up, there was a level of teaching that my parents did. You know, you clean up after yourself. You don't leave a mess like wherever you are. You know, because I have my cottage that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, the cottage doesn't exist.
But not even thinking twice when we leave, we go up and down the property and pick up any garbage, beer bottle caps. Doesn't fucking matter. Like, no, this is our little speck of nature, and we're gonna do the best we can to preserve it.
Right.
But I try and bring that home with me. You know, if I see garbage in my yard, I'll pick it up. Like, I'm a little iffy about picking up just random garbage on the street because of germs and shit. That's something I'm trying to deal with. but even still, though, I see people just kind of throw shit in their garbage. Go, like, pick that shit out. You don't need to fucking or just give it to me. I'll throw it. When I get home.
Cigarette butts.
Yeah, baby.
You should get those cigarettes butts that have like the seed in them, and so they'll turn into little plants when you
What?
flick them.
Or
I don't know,
just
I saw it on
quit.
the internet once. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
real.
or just fucking quit.
or that's good too.
Yeah, probably should do that since I'm just dying.
Well, we're all dying.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
What, are you playing my role this time?
oxygen is the killer of all things.
It's actually true.
Fact.
Or dihydrogen monoxide. That shit'll fucking get you.
I sniff that every day, bro.
True.
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 Too true. No, I
my
don't know,
goodness.
man. This is fucked up. The weather's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. Like there was, dude,
That was
there
some
was
Joe
like
Rogan
four.
commentary right there. It's
There's
all
like-
fucked up.
There's like 4 fucking tornadoes in Ottawa.
Which is
Yeah, I
insane.
know. Ask my
what
brother
the
about
fuck
that.
is-
He-
yeah, my buddy
he didn't
lived.
see
My buddy
anything,
came.
but-
My buddy came down. Okay, listen to this. My buddy came down for Thanksgiving,
Hmm.
and he came here for a couple hours, and we had coffee and talked. And he was telling me about the tornadoes, and they live pretty much right where it hit. So his wife, which is a good friend of mine too, fucking driving, and they're on the phone, you know, talking about the tornadoes that are touching down and all this shit.
Yeah.
And she wants to go get some dinner before she goes home, right? Because she's probably hungry. They don't know how severe it is yet.
It's a thing,
It's just
yeah.
happening.
Tornado, food.
Yeah, food. No, so my he tells her to just go check on the animals. Like I don't think you know how bad this is or whatever. They don't know. So she's just like, whatever, I'll go home first. So she goes home first, and like by the time she would have went to where she was going, the tornado just fucking wiped it out.
What?
Yeah, where she was going to get food.
That's
Like
scary.
a fucking wrap or some shit. Yeah, so thank God she went and fucking checked on the animals.
God damn.
But they were out of fucking power for weeks, and then they had to build some like, or days or whatever. They had to build this like Jimmy rig power station, and they got to rebuild the whole plant because it got demolished, and it was just a fuck show up there.
Well,
but it's Ottawa.
The company I work for, the place where everything gets manufactured in the States,
Yeah.
torn apart.
Really, eh?
Like, and you're talking a gigantic factory,
Wow.
multiple gigantic factories, and both sites got shredded.
From what storm? Was it Michael?
It was tornadoes.
Oh, it wasn't
Yeah,
even
dude.
like those hurricanes that rolled up?
No,
Oh.
no. And that's weird because it's not like, I mean, I'm sure there's a connection, but it's not like, this happened in one part of Kansas and then the other part of Kansas. Like, you're talking about thousands of miles between and
Yeah, oh, yeah.
same shit.
When I heard that it happened in Ottawa, I as a kid I was horrified of storm. Every time it was summer, I'm like, oh, tornado's gonna come in, we're gonna die, because I knew we were on the ass
Man,
end
you
of Tornado
are a
Alley.
fragile
I am.
human.
But because I knew we were on the ass end of Tornado Alley, so when I heard on the news that Ottawa got hit with severe,
That's what I mean.
That's,
F4.
and I'm going, oh my god, now we're in the middle of fucking Tornado Alley. It just moved up north. Oh my god, it scared the shit out of me.
Well,
that's terrifying.
Remember before the fucking tornado that ripped up all that shit off Central?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is fucking nuts because that's like it's not close to walk, but if you were to look at it geographically, I live very, very close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
As do you.
Yeah.
And I didn't get touched. Like
Nothing.
my branches weren't rustling.
I was outside on my front porch when that was happening.
That's fucking
Like,
insane.
because I'm on the phone with baby mama,
Oh, yeah.
making sure my kiddo's okay, and I'm just looking out, and I'm like, no, like I think it's okay, and then I go back in, I put the news on or whatever, and fucking tornadoes.
Jesus.
I'm like, holy shit, it's weird, but yeah, that's how they work, right? They can just fucking touch down
yeah.
a mile away, you wouldn't even know if you can't see it,
Well, and that was the thing with Ottawa. They said like they
depending
saw
on how
it-
big it is. But
Well, yeah, I guess that too. But they said they saw it coming up over the hill, and like as quickly as they looked at it, turned away and came back, it was like right there, right
Oh,
at the front door. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
I think like an F3 and an F4 hit where my buddy lives.
So nature's a savage bitch.
Oh yeah.
But like all savage bitches, she's also beautiful. Mm-hmm. This
She
goes
is.
out to the savage bitches.
It's this one's for those savage hoes. Yeah, no, nature is beautiful when it's respected. You have to like know what it's all about and just like respect it.
That's the thing, because you can't change. Like, I shouldn't say you can't change nature, because
You
that's
can.
kind of the point. But you can't change the essence of it. You can't change the nature of nature.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say that.
So, like, if you want to like fuck with some polar bears and stuff, you're probably gonna die, bro. But if you want to get way back and like watch them from a distance in their natural habitat, you're probably gonna have a magical ass moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And same goes with the weather. Same goes with even just trees. Man, trees will fuck you up. You don't even know what trees are capable of.
Trees can
remember,
fuck the shit out
Remember
of you,
poison
man.
ivy, Slick?
Oh,
God damn, a tree will fuck you up.
dude, that shit was I'd never want to experience again.
Or what is poison? Is it
It's
a
a
weed?
vine.
A vine.
It's a vine.
Okay.
Or an ivy or something.
Anyway, it's
it
the
sucks.
worst shit.
Plants will fuck you up, man. Just a plant.
Yeah.
Just a plant will fuck you your entire day up.
That's why I eat them.
Or like an insect. The smallest thing.
Yeah.
A fucking tick.
That too.
Yeah.
Dude.
But I don't know. I feel like I was saying before. I feel like we grew up with this like admiration for the environment around us, because like we were kind of the environmental generation. I grew up on all
Yeah.
this shit. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
about you guys, but in school, always with the like David Suzuki specials.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a school named after him.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Built when we were. Well, I was.
Is there an
still in middle
American
school.
equivalent to David Suzuki?
Not that I know of.
Well, what was the?
Al Gore.
Yeah, I was gonna say Al Gore maybe, but yeah, I haven't heard him in the news in a while.
He ain't no David Suzuki, bro.
No, he's not.
Suzuki.
David Suzuki was doing this from way back.
Oh, David Suzuki's the boy.
But we even got lots of really cool nature areas around here, like fucking Hillman Marsh,
Mm-hmm.
Point
Pelee,
Pelee,
yeah.
obviously, the Ojibwe, Malden area.
Wheatley's not far. Rondo's not far.
Yeah, but even just like the county where
Like
I'm
immediately. Oh, right here. Yeah. Oh, there's
You know?
tons. There's like little trails too that
Man.
you can go to, and you just feel like you're not even in the city.
Exactly.
Like near Amherstburg.
Exactly. Did you guys go to Jack Miner in grade school?
Oh,
Y'all did that
yeah.
field trip?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I found out a fucked up thing about Jack Miner.
Uh-oh.
Like the person or the place?
The person.
Okay.
So I was at the hairdresser, and she was telling me her boy is going to like the oldest hunting spot in Ontario, and this place was founded by Henry Ford, like this whatever preserve or anything, because like all those
I already don't like this story. But
just wait. All those old hunters, they were also big conservationists, right? Like it's like how the modern ones dress it up, but they often don't do the conservation side.
right. Yeah.
Anyway, so it'd be like Henry Ford and Jack Miner, and you can just smell the cigar smoke basically.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cigar smoking, fancy leathers.
But I guess they would do these fucking live baits to bring ducks down and shit. So they would take a duck, clip its wings or tie it down or what have you, and then it would start quacking, because this is before duck calls and shit. Mm-hmm. So
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah,
so they're luring him in and what have you. But I guess eventually Jack Miner was like, this is kind of fucked up, so he stopped doing that and made the bird sanctuary for probably a lot of birds that he injured.
For his sins.
Yeah,
I'm going to hell if
exactly.
I don't do this.
But I never knew that darker side of it.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
fuck.
fucked up, man. Oh well. Sometimes
Jack
you gotta go
Miner,
into the shadow.
controversial figure.
It's shadows to see the light.
True.
Who
True.
knows, man?
No, that is a good point.
Just a fucked up mindset. Let's keep this area nice and preserved. Why? So we could kill shit. Okay. That's fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, the balance of the environment's so fucking out of whack right now. Like, and I think a lot of, what do they call them? The people who will like hunt deer. It's fucking right on the tip of my tongue.
Game hunters?
No.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about
Like
too.
for like population control,
Population control,
basically.
yeah.
There's a word. Anyway, I
Oh,
can't
I
fucking
don't-
remember it. But I don't even know how necessary any of that is, because at what point do predators start coming in and then nature regulates herself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they don't want the predators coming in.
Well, right, yeah, that too. I don't know. Nature's fucked right now. Like we got coyotes in the city.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so after I quit the place that we worked at, I went to another place similar, and I'm out there doing some work out in the yard, and it's right near train tracks, and I see this
Yes.
fucking dog, and I'm like, that is a big fucking dog. And there's no one's around, right? Like, obviously, it doesn't have a leash, and it's just looking at me. And I'm like, that's a fucking coyote, dude. That's a So I go in, and I'm like, okay, we got to shut these doors because he's coming up down the
Holy
tracks.
shit.
And I'm like, okay, I gotta shut
Is
all
the
these-
yard open to
Oh,
it?
yeah, it's
Like,
wide
oh,
open,
shit.
right? It's wide open. Like, it's from me to probably, I know they can't see, but my house right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I'm like,
so close.
that dog ain't gonna let me pet it.
Nope.
So I go in and I shut all the bay doors and shit, and I go tell everyone, like, yo, there's a fucking loose coyote out there. Big fucking dog. But it was just weird. I've never seen one in the wild, first of all. Secondly, never thought I'd see it, on Jefferson.
Right.
Yeah.
That it was on Jefferson, dude. It was not,
Jesus.
it's not like I was out in the county. or
Well,
anything.
okay. So my bro told me that there's a den somewhere like a Lozon-ish area.
Okay.
Like Little River and all that. So they'll come through the part where they can actually access the greater nature, and then just hop on the train tracks, which is why you would have
Right.
seen them, and walk right through the city, which is how they got to fucking my neighborhood, South
Yeah.
Walkerville. That's how they get everywhere. And that's
Right.
how they get all the way out to fucking Ojibwe, because
Right.
they're not actually from that area. They're from the other side.
Yes, yeah.
So
Other side of the tracks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's nuts, right?
No, I get
It's-
deer in my
it's-
backyard. Like
Oh yeah, but you
full-grown-ass
got
deer.
fucking.
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of the city. Like, yeah, they got a lot of places
Isn't that
to
great,
hide.
though? That's nice. I like that.
Kind of nice if I take the dogs out.
I didn't even mind the coyote, though. It's like I respect it. I didn't chase it. I didn't, I just kind of went inside.
That's all you can do, man. That's all the
No,
fuck
man,
you can
there are
do.
some fucking people who'd be like, hey, get out of here. Ah! Hit like
Hanging
metal or
pots and
something.
pans on
and,
it.
who fucking knows?
Oh,
Some
dude,
people
I'm
are
from the
nuts.
county. Coyotes were a real thing.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
I know,
yeah.
but I mean, if you're not going to go after it or shoot it, like just just fucking carry on.
Yeah, just go in.
You know?
Yeah. Just don't fuck with it.
So I was at Malden one time, and it was after dark, and I'm coming down the hill on like the gentle slope,
Okay.
not where it's steep on the one side, and I see like this silhouette walk in front of me, and I thought it was a fox because it kind of had the profile of a fox, and
Okay.
it would make perfect sense, right? So I'm checking on my dogs, and my dogs are obedient, but like they still will chase a rabbit or a squirrel, what have you, and they both kind of perked up, but they didn't move. And I'm like, okay, good dogs, good dogs. So I just kept walking. And again, like this is not at a great distance. Like if I'm looking to that fence right there in the backyard, it's probably about that far away. Maybe not
Ooh.
even quite that. Like real close. And
That's
I was
real
like-
close.
And I know a little bit from nature, so I'm like, my God, that's an enormous fox. But I didn't think anything of it. It paused, turned its head, looked at us, kept walking. It didn't dash off or anything, just kept walking. And foxes are so skittish, so I thought that was weird too. Anyway, fast forward, Thanksgiving the other day, I'm over at my brother's, the same one who was telling me about the dens and everything, and he's like, oh no, it was probably a coyote. Like, no, man, like is this like big bushy tail, like little skinny legs, like this was not a coyote. And then he starts showing me all these other types because as they come into these different areas that they've never really been before, at least not in these populations, they're evolving all these fucked up hybrids.
Oh God.
So then he showed me one that had like basically the exact profile, like bushy tail, like a fox, and I'm like, holy shit.
That's a coyote.
Jesus.
That was 6 feet away, god damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's
Me
weird
without
that-
my guns.
That was weird though. Like, it didn't do anything. Like, same. I was super close.
But
and-
that's
and-
coyotes also like really any animals besides fucking bears,
yeah.
you know, they'll more or less run in the opposite direction mostly, right? Because you're a problem. And this thing just didn't care, and that is the fucked up part. You know, because we've just eaten so much of nature that nature's like, yeah, try this on for size.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, man. Nature's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's sweet.
It is. Yeah.
But I remember like being a kid and just thinking, like I was a Nazi about turning the tap off when you wash your hands and brush your teeth. I still am. Last girl I had at my place like 7 years ago, she was like brushing her teeth with the water on, and so like because I try to be reasonable about these things, right? So I pause and I'm like standing in my kitchen, maybe washing dishes or something. I can still hear
While
it.
the water's still running. In
And I can still hear it. And I go over there and I just walk in and I just turn the tap off like that. And she just looks at me and it's just like, you're not even using it. It's in your mouth right now. And I just fucking walked away. And that was probably the beginning of the end. Who knows? But,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but like, what the fuck?
I do
I
that.
don't get any of that shit.
I even do it when I wash dishes. I get the whatever dish wet, turn it off, soap, scrub, then turn the water back on. I don't need it fucking running.
Yeah, I turn the thing on and off a million times when I'm doing dishes.
No, I don't. I
Oh,
let it
god
run,
damn
man.
it. It's like,
Why? Like, I don't care.
yes, you do, though.
I know.
Jeez.
No, no, when I wash dishes, I turn it off. And I have a dishwasher. I've always had a dishwasher, so
Yeah, but
it's
pots
I
and
just
pans and shit.
Yeah, and then when I do that, I turn it on and off. Brushing the teeth though, I won't turn it on and off as frequent. But like, if I
it's
know
easy
I'm gonna be
you can
giving
just
it, I know
you
if-
can just go on and then walk away for 2 minutes and come back and no.
No, I don't like walking and brushing my teeth at all.
I do
'Cause
it
I have-
occasionally, but
I don't want to
many
get into
times
this
I gotta run.
conversation with you guys because it's gross. But
What kind
I have,
of toothbrusher are you, my friend?
I have the fucking okay. I smoke, and it gives me. I already have nasal like sinus buildup problems. Like my mom's got it. It's just a thing, right?
Yeah.
And my parents have smoked their whole life, so it's obviously affected me. Now I smoke.
That's why your mom's
So
got
when
it.
I brush my teeth, man, like it's phlegm city, bro. So I just gotta rinse it all out. Like
Well, yeah,
I
just-
gotta. I'm just like I can't walk away.
Okay.
Like I gotta
All
fucking
right,
get it clean.
okay, I get it.
So it's a little different, but I do turn it off like as much as I can, right? Like I'm judging on the brush length, on like what I'm gonna do. If I know I'm just going for a nice long brush, turn her off, you know, and then I'll like go behind and set some shit up.
Just gag yourself and try and
then
make
I
as
get
much
fucked.
spit
I
as
do, bro.
possible.
Oh, it's gross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, think about that one later. The white foam surrounding that cylinder and entering my mouth.
In and out. In and out.
Oh fuck.
There's some good water.
I hate that, man. I got it. That's why. Oh fuck! I quit smoking.
Add it to the list.
It's a big list.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But like little measures too, like littering.
Yeah,
My
cigarettes.
school was crazy about, don't litter, 0 litter lunches and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Even the amount of garbage that I have now, which is really little compared to what I used to have. And it's way less than the average person because it's all fucking vegetables. So I found like goddamn reusable produce bags that I take into the grocery store.
Dang.
I was so hyped. They're just basically little mesh nets about the size of the normal bags you use, whatever, right? Oh man, I was so excited.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
gotta get me
finally,
some of those,
no more
man.
plastic.
Yeah.
Do you shop a lot at Bulk Barn?
No.
No? Okay.
Wait, can I touch on that? I'm
Please.
sorry.
Sure.
How fucking no? The plastic, no more plastic.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
It's 2018. How
I
long
know.
have people known that plastic is not a good idea?
Fucking forever.
Dude, it's like really and why is this not like just ban the bags?
Yeah.
Just fucking ban
Yeah,
them.
that whole bullshit's like, oh yeah, you gotta pay this 5-cent environmental fee. I'm like, no, don't get me with that. Get rid of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Go with paper
And if it's
bag
gonna
or
be a
something.
huge
No,
issue,
you couldn't because people would lose their shit.
What?
government send them some fucking reusables.
Yeah.
Here's a big reusable, and here's 3 of those like produce bags reusable. There you go. There's your start to your collection. Buy more when
Well,
you
geez,
want.
like Costco, there's no bags.
It's like okay, people.
0 bags.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's 0 bags.
That's great.
Yeah, no
because
waste
that's
at Costco.
Well, no, don't.
Yeah, right.
Yes, they are horrible for that. But I was like in the plastics, it's like it's something, right?
I mean, every
Anyway,
little
I
bit.
guess. Yeah.
Literally every little bit.
But-
I saw a fucking thing the other day that John Max, basically they're doing everything right. They're doing
Yeah, I should
composting.
Oh, yeah.
No more plastic straws, all reusable or decomposable shit. I was like, I didn't ever see a world where I was praising John Max, but here we go.
Here we go, people.
But those are the same guys too. Remember when that guy left his car in the parking lot? He praised him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly who you were. You were fucking wasted. Thank you for not driving home." Because he was worried. I guess he called the place like, "Oh man, I left my car there. You're not gonna tow or anything." Like, no, you're a responsible person. I'm just saying, like, just like kind of how they take a step back and look at things and go, "How can we be a responsible, good company?"
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I
was
didn't
lost.
know what the fuck you were talking about,
I was
Mickey.
so lost that I didn't hear that story, but
It was
that
in
makes
the-
sense.
Yeah,
now
but I
that
was
you
like,
said that.
that's huge, and I always thought that companies need to take more responsibility as companies because they have these sorts of powers to do that.
Well, local one-off or two-offs in that case have obviously a lot more motivation too, right?
Oh yeah.
My friend who does vegan cheeses, she's like involved with all these other businesses who are on the same level. And if you just hung out in those crowds, you'd never think there was a problem in the world because everybody handles their shit correctly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But these small businesses, even though that's what all the politicians talk about, small business, small business, small business,
Yeah.
they're a fraction of business in general.
It's bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. It's all fucked.
Why?
But that's why it's so huge when a big company does even one good thing. It's like we're not saying like fillet these people endlessly. We're saying like, holy shit, this is actually huge. So when Starbucks says like, yeah, no more plastic straws, it's fucking stupid because why in the hell do we still have plastic straws? But that is huge.
Oh, it is. Yeah, 100%.
Well, and that's
It's
a big
just funny.
thing where there's an issue with that, where something good happens, but then we almost take that power away and go like, oh yeah, but all the other shit that they're doing, or something like that. That's almost something that we need to practice and maybe not do so much. It's like, oh, when something good happens, let's just be happy for the good thing that happened,
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody negs progress.
which is insane. Like, is it like human nature to be a dick?
No, I think there's a lot of like not wanting to be held accountable. It's the same reasons like Slick was saying before we hit record, where like people who fucking know better. They know better. They know the conservation arguments. They know the animal welfare arguments, but they just won't stop eating meat.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not, this is not me advocating you stop eating meat. You should, but I'll let you figure that out in your own time. But that's not my argument here. My argument is like cognitive dissonance. You fucking know better and you still refuse to make the change.
Right.
Yeah.
Slick.
What?
Smoking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. At least I quit the meat thing.
What? Hey, progress, baby.
Yeah.
Progress.
We love you. We just want to keep you around longer. That's all.
Okay, touching on compost and all this shit, like big companies doing that, I want to read, oh my goodness, discuss something I heard on AM800. I think it was 2022 or something like that.
Okay.
No more food can
2020.
be thrown. Is it 2020?
2020, baby.
No more food can be thrown out. Food scrap or anything. You have
Watch out,
to you have to
Costco.
compost it.
What? Costco. Everywhere. Everything.
I know,
Everyone.
I know. Just
Dude, I used to work at a grocery store. That was my first, on paper job. And just piles and piles and piles and piles of fucking food waste. First of all, that's horrifying for all the disposable, decomposable waste. But second of all, so much of it could have just been eaten.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane, bro. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's so.
Then I read somewhere, and I don't know how true this is because I can't remember where I read it, and it was on the internet. I guess I could just look it up. But it said by 2040, there's a possibility that the oceans will be lifeless.
Yeah, I don't have any fucking difficulty believing that.
Neither did I, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. But I read it. I don't know how fucking who it came from or anything, but
People don't understand how integral the oceans are
Oh, yeah.
to the existence of the even things like sharks. Like, oh, what damage could shark finning do? You fucking morons.
Well, they don't see the point. They don't see the big pictures. Like, oh, animal life in the ocean. And they go, oh, what about this? Oh, for the love of fucking God.
But and you're right. You're absolutely right, Mickey. But you don't even have to do gigantic philosophical illustrations of these things. You just have to do a little bit of arithmetic. Here's what this does. Here's what this does. Here's what this does for this. Okay, now we're all dead.
now we're all dead because we did that one thing.
Yeah.
Because we like the taste of it.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, and oxygen. A lot of people think oxygen trees, green. It's like, dude, 70% of the world's oxygen comes from the oceans. If there's no life in the oceans, if we kill this coral reef and everything just fucking dies,
Oh God,
we're
that shit
fucked.
is fucked.
We're fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Like the shit that we need to live will be gone.
Yeah.
So because you like fucking, fishing or eating massive amounts of did you read that? Was it England? No, up north. It got banned. What's that kind of fishing where they fucking drag the net?
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
It's like
but
commercial fishing,
I
but
think it's called drag netting.
or it might be called drag. I don't know. No, there is a start with like a C or something. Anyway, I don't know.
Commercial drag netting.
Commercial drag netting. Anyway, that was like banned or something somewhere in the north in some
Which
northern
again
country.
ought to be a fucking no-brainer.
Dude, it's like a football field long net that they sweep the bottom floor, and if it's not the fish they want, they just kill it and throw it away.
Okay, so that is called bycatch.
Yeah.
And what you get out of the average net from what you're fishing for, it's something insane.
percentage?
It's
Yeah,
like
it's-
90% bycatch,
Yeah.
10% what you're going for. It might even be worse than that.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's crazy. It's not effective at all.
No.
In the slightest bit. It's fucking
It's
nuts.
People need to.
Which anybody should know if you've ever gone to a club and tried to pick up. Because if you just go for anything, you're not going to leave with a dime.
Yep.
It's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen, man.
God damn it.
You're going to leave with bycatch.
You're gonna leave with
I
a
think
and not the good one. Not like a fucking dolphin.
A huge part. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing, just thinking about it. A huge part of maybe why people won't stop eating meats and fish and stuff like that. It's almost like it's so ingrained to a level culturally.
That is the entire thing.
Yeah, that's
It's just-
absolutely what it is.
Well,
Well,
the whole thing.
it's just so weird that we can't just take a step back and go, well, let's just. I don't know.
It's culture, it's lifestyle, and again, it's mouth pleasure.
Mouth pleasure.
I like it.
I like it. I don't care. I'll fucking eat it. I don't know. But I was like that too. And I tell people that. I was the guy that could sit and eat a box of fucking KFC and watch a bunch of chickens just get killed.
Yeah.
But then something happened. It's weird. I told all my friends, I was like, just try it. Don't eat meat for a month. Maybe cut back on the dairy too. See what happens. See how you feel. I bet 80% of you guys won't go back.
Question. I was talking to a vegan about this. So she was very much absolutely not. But just, what do you guys think on like a super small scale? Small villages that still harvest through meat and stuff like that, but like hamlets worth of people. Yay or nay? Just what are your thoughts on that? Like, let's say you go back like thousands of years ago, not thousands, but 1,500, where that's pretty much how you survived in these
Nay.
little hamlets. Okay. It just,
No,
You don't need it.
but these people, there's still people today that's their way of life.
Cool change.
Okay.
well, it's different though, bro. Like if you're tied in to this large global society, you're not getting your meat in those conventional ways. I shouldn't even say conventional, in those antiquated ways. You know, and by and large. Again, this is my anti-hunter argument. I think hunters who do it for the right reasons are excellent. I have no issue with that at all.
I don't.
Mountain men.
No, but because it's not factory farming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
But
Ted,
you don't. What?
Ted only eats meat that he procures himself.
Okay.
You know, so like you can back that argument up for like people like that. So what Mickey's saying, a society that lived only by that standard, they're probably not going to be part of the problem.
No, but you can't convince me that, or not convince me. I just still don't think killing of any animal is good because it's not needed. Unless it's like directly gonna like kill you. Self defense is
sure,
I
different.
yeah, but
agree
that's
with
not
that conceptually, but it's just, I also can't ever say, as some people do, that, oh, we didn't evolve to eat meat. We can eat meat. We obviously evolved to some
we've been doing
extent
it
to
forever.
eat meat.
But it still fucks with you.
Yeah, it still fucks with you.
So maybe we weren't originally meant to
Oh,
eat meat.
and I
We've
actually-
just been doing it because
I-
it tastes good.
Same person. I asked her that. Like, why do you think we started eating meat in the first place? As her belief that we were plant based first, meat later. And she's like, and she thought about it for a bit. She goes, "Oh, a drought possibly." He's like, "Okay, our greens are gone. We got to eat something." I said, "That's an interesting concept."
There's all these cases in nature of herbivorous animals just randomly eating other animals. Like
Yeah.
I saw a video the other day of a horse just eating a bird. Horses don't eat birds. It's not part of their food
It's
source,
not,
right?
yeah.
The fuck do they get the
It's
bird?
just animals do weird shit. So it's not crazy to me for us to have ever started doing that. But the fucking horror show, like industrial agriculture, that's what I have an issue with. Going back to episode 2, as much as we are a part of nature, nature is a savage bitch.
Oh yeah.
And we will be too. So that doesn't bother me in essence, but like when you start getting into basically suffering factories,
Yeah.
that I have a problem
That's
with.
it,
Fucked
right?
up. But like I said, yeah, that's just my personal thing. I don't have a problem with these people. Like, you live
Sure.
your life, man. Whatever. If you
I have a
can,
problem with everyone.
well, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go out and you want to go, shoot a bird just to shoot a bird and eat it, like, cool. I'll never do it. I'll probably never come with you. I'll never endorse it. I just don't. I don't. It's 2018. There's enough knowledge that we just don't have to kill anything,
True.
right? Like, so why do it? Like, now it's pleasure. You're just taking pleasure in killing it, which is weird to me now. Like,
Absolutely.
you're taking pleasure in going hunting. And first of all, it's like, okay, if you killed that shit with your hands, bro, yeah, eat that shit. I'd even eat that shit.
Ted
If I killed
Nugent style?
if I chased a deer down and strangled it, I'd fucking barbecue it right there. I'd eat that bitch. Right? And I'd fucking make a jacket.
But that'd be the day you'd ever chase a deer down.
Yeah,
and
that never
strangle it.
fucking happened. But like, I ain't going out with a scope and a gun, sitting 150 feet back, testing the
Yeah.
wind, and boom, one bullet, that thing that was just eating a fucking bush is dead for, just for me to high five my bro, have a Budweiser, and fucking roast it up after.
Chad.
You know what I mean? Like, there's just no need for it anymore. Like, let's just move on. It's kind of weird. I don't know. My views on this are weird. I don't want to get into it too much because it can take a while, but
All right.
it's just a weird thing, meat.
Could you kill a person? Seriously, answer
I
this
could kill
seriously.
an animal. First of all, I could kill an animal in self-defense. But I
Okay.
could never kill just like a cow. Unless like this fucking cow is gonna fucking just rape me. You know, like this bull is coming full
Help a
force
brave
at me.
bull.
That would
I got a
qualify as
shotgun.
self-defense, bro.
I got a shotgun. And he's got a raging boner, and I'm like, nah, not today, bitch. You dead.
You wouldn't try the bear approach, just lay down?
No. I'd kill that motherfucker instantly. But I'm not going to go and kill a fucking animal for no reason just to eat it.
No,
but could I kill a person?
I don't think his question is, can you just go kill a person just for the sheer, unless it is for the
Yeah, this is
thrill
what I'm
of
asking.
killing somebody.
This is why I said that story. Like, what is the, like, could I just kill a random person? No.
Basis?
I'm going to leave this ambiguous
It's all situational.
for the sake of interest.
I think
If a person did something horrible to one of my family members, especially my daughter, I would have zero problem cutting them up. Probably eating them just out of pure insanity.
so. I think the short answer is yes. I probably could.
I don't think you could.
Oh,
no
you, I
chance in
guess.
hell. You'd be like, you know what? Let's have tea instead.
I'm gonna kill you.
You know
How about
what?
tea?
You
I just don't
probably
think.
didn't mean
I
it.
just don't think you're happy with yourself. How can I make you be
Yeah.
Well,
happy
I'm gonna
with
try
yourself?
to diffuse any situation.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, I think the short answer, yes.
Okay, so
Whatever.
what's the scenario you've devised in your head right now? What is the situation where Pope Mickey could kill someone?
I think
Go.
again, it's a self-defense thing, and I kind of lose control and make sure they don't get up afterwards, so I know I'm 100% safe. Instead of me beating up somebody and then constantly looking over my shoulder, worried about that they might go, "Oh, there's a guy that beat me up that I tried to mug. I'm gonna try to do the same thing again."
Okay, but what world did you beat someone up in?
Ouch!
The video game world.
Video game world.
What alternate DC universe?
You guys are dicks.
What about you? What's the situation for you?
Oh, I could kill someone.
Yeah,
I could kill
just
someone.
like on the street.
Do you not see the look in his eyes every time he sees me open my mouth? Like it is
That's
true.
pain
Yes.
for him to not kill me right now.
Jesus
Yeah.
Murphy. It's I think it's all situational though. I mean,
Do you kill your own humans?
do I kill my own humans? What is that?
Like, do you kill your own food? Do you kill your own humans?
Oh. No, I
Man's
don't.
got to eat.
Man's got to eat.
Man's gotta eat. Yeah, if I could do it like
Sorry, person's got to eat.
if like someone like kidnapped my daughter and I found out them who they like they're dead, I would fucking, and it would be in the most fucked up way imaginable. It'd make news
Well, you gotta make a
across the world.
statement.
Okay, so y'all seen
I'd
John?
be in jail forever. I'd probably kill myself after.
Y'all seen John Wick, right?
Yeah, like John Wick shit would go down.
Like if someone looks at my dog the wrong way,
Oh yeah, but that's the thing though too, is that shit never made me mad, and now it does.
like what?
Animal abuse.
Oh.
Even with like dogs, it unsettled me when I saw an owner with a dog, and like clearly you are not a good dog owner. It unsettled me, but it never made me mad. But sorry, I'm opening a bevy. But now it's almost like
Didn't you just say you had a caffeine headache?
no. I said I had a stress headache.
Oh,
And now he's going to get
I have
himself a
never
caffeine
seen you drink one of those.
It was right there, man. It's not a great moment in my life. Just let me do me.
all right.
I'm
Do
being
you,
happy
baby.
with myself.
Do you?
Anyway, it's like when I became a dad. Something flipped in my head, and like my life. When I stopped eating meat and stuff, I never did it for the animals. I didn't give a fuck about the animals. I didn't really give a fuck about the environment. You know, I thought all the shit that's going down is terrible, and there's a better way to live. But I wasn't. That wasn't what I was thinking about.
Right.
It was just like, man, I'm fat. I'm getting fat. I'm weak. Like I need to change it up. I'm chirping fresh over here. Let's try this. And that's just how it started. Then something started clicking. The more I got in, the deeper I got, the more research I did. And now it's like, bro, if I seen someone kill a dog, I don't know, maybe I would kill him. I don't know. Maybe I would beat the fuck out of them. That's for sure. I'd beat them if I could, I'd beat them to a pulp. But like, that shit pisses me the fuck off now.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Anyway,
Dude, I've been
weird.
Like I've been excessively harsh disciplining my dogs, and I've been like, I should fucking kill myself right now. You know, like, and I've never beat the living shit out of my dogs
No.
or anything, but you know, I'd smack them on the butt or something. I'm just like, why did I do that? Why the fuck did I do that?
your dogs listen though really well.
Well, they do, and like what they listen is never any harsh discipline,
Oh,
and
no.
that's the thing I fucking got to remind myself too. Is like none of that shit ever. No temper flare ever taught a dog a lesson. Everything good about those dogs is training that I got from fucking PetSmart.
Yeah.
Believe that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
PetSmart for the win.
It's just but it's not even specifically them. It's just consistent training.
Yeah, and it's
Anyway,
and
we're getting off topic, but so
Glad I wrote all this down.
So let's go back. I want to go back to the ocean thing. Got us kind of on the animal thing. But the mom and pop shops, local shit, big box.
Yep.
Okay. As a kid growing up, didn't give a fuck. Cool, Walmart. Let's go to Walmart. Woohoo! Now, as an adult, and especially like trying to create something of my own,
yeah,
fuck all of that shit.
fuck all of it.
Fuck all. Get the fuck out. Like if we're talking 12 years here, okay, to make insane changes
Yeah.
in the world, there's no room for games. It's not about money anymore. It's just about dying.
Which is stupid because some people will never be able to understand that.
Yeah. It's like, great, you have that money, and when you die, you pass that money down to your family. Oh, wait, they're just all going to die.
But
and
even-
everyone's going to die.
But even
Can't eat
like
money.
a politician going to make a policy on something, they know that the fear of not having money in their voting base is political suicide.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a damn shame. So we have to somehow make the vast majority of people understand this issue now.
Like right yesterday.
Fucking now. Dude, I watched this interview with Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the NDP. Mm-hmm. And it was cool because the NDP, they put out a manifesto a year or two ago that had all these like really quote unquote extreme priorities for the party, most of which I agreed with, and honestly, most of which most people would agree with, just maybe not to the degrees they went.
Right.
So anyway, he was talking about how Trudeau's climate change actions, first of all, clash with what he originally said, which they do,
Yep.
but also how the only reason they look good was in light of the conservative plan. And see, this is where I get mad when people say defund CBC, because our public news is so good. So rather than, just feeding talking points or anything, this CBC national news reporter just kept saying, okay, so what's your actual plan? And he'd kind of like waver and be like, well, the Liberals,
They dance
and she'd be
around
like,
it.
oh, okay, so what's your plan? And he'd be like, also we need green initiatives and green business and everything. She's like, okay, but specifically, what can you do?
What are you going to
And
fucking do?
He kind of did answer it. I acknowledge that he was thinking on a different scopes. It was
Right.
fine, but it was cool because she was really taking him to task on it. Anyway, it was frustrating because he was talking about places in Quebec where even just things like updating buildings, updating infrastructure, so much shit is so old and running on old systems. Like just to bring it up to modern building standards, just to bring it up to building standards of the 90s would drop energy costs substantially.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so silly, right? Like we've been able to do this for so long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know you're huge on green tech and green building materials and everything, but we don't even have to go that far. We should, but we don't even have to.
No. Yeah.
For
Anything
buildings
new
from
we
now
should.
on, but let's update
Right.
the old buildings
Yes.
to a standard that's
That's crazy.
yeah.
Like if you can, a silly example, if you can insulate your house with blown in insulation at more or less zero ecological cost, and then your energy usage goes down. Is that not the biggest no-brainer of all time?
Yeah. Oh, and there's a rebate.
Yeah, well, I think those are
Sometimes.
changing, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they used to be, but
that idea.
yes. Yeah. 100%. It's just people don't understand. I find like people don't understand the actual impact they personally are doing because they're like, whoa.
Well, it's just so much
It's
easier
just
to
me,
it's so
like-
much easier to point the finger. It's like, oh, well, look what they're doing.
That's
Like,
why
yeah, but-
That's why I want a fucking politician to come out. And again, people are going to do with this information what they will. But I want a fucking politician to come out and just be like, animal agriculture has and is absolutely destroying the planet.
Yeah.
It's on par with or worse than fossil fuels.
Yes.
I just want someone to fucking say that and be like, stop eating meat and dairy and this problem will drastically lessen. I just want someone to fucking say it. Someone like big, like a fucking president or
You know
a
what's
prime
gonna
minister.
happen, though?
And not in Europe, because they know that in Europe.
Yeah.
And they've said it in the UN. Like someone over here.
Yeah, but you know what happens when someone's gonna say it? One day, someone's gonna be like, "Don't eat me."
Oh, no doubt.
They're
No
gonna
doubt.
pull a JFK.
Oh yeah, fucking shot right in the head.
That's why it's got to be the right person. Like
See,
Michael Avenatti.
It's even
know who
funny
that is.
that
Stormy Daniels.
people
lawyer.
don't even comprehend that the horrible system of agriculture that we have affects our agricultural, like what we can gain from it. We're getting less, like we're not going to be doing better than we keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh man, there's
Like, it's-
so many stupid ways that that's true. Like my family grows soybeans. Soybeans are, I mean, I partake of soybeans,
Okay,
you know,
I'm just kidding.
but you can't only grow that. And these fields mostly just grow beans.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, rotate your crops.
Rotate them.
This is an ancient and well-established convention, but instead they just keep dumping chemicals on us. Just fucking,
A big thing too, I think,
because it's economic fear, you know.
yeah, well, it always comes around to, right?
Yeah.
But I think that like, a big step there. It's a science magazine. Excuse me, I don't know exactly what it was, but I can recall instead of growing out, they said we need to go up with our farms, and they had this awesome design. It was pretty much like a 4 or 5 tier building greenhouse that was the size of like a regular farm. The amount of space it would take up. I go, yeah, fucking no brainer. Like why can't we start instituting this to make, again, because you take up less land, then you can make more food. You know what I mean?
Bro, I could go.
But what is the? Okay, hold on.
So-
So what does the food grow in?
So it's these essentially elevated greenhouses, but they grow
Oh, yeah.
up instead of out.
It's grown in soil. They're built.
They're built.
They're
yeah.
custom built. I've seen these. They're really cool.
Okay.
It's just like a converted apartment building into a greenhouse, and that's what you're talking about, right? Like
Well,
an
this
inner
one-
city greenhouse.
Well, this one was a conceptual design where it kind of was like domed and interesting looking.
Oh yeah, you can do it
again,
anyway.
It's just we need to start really kind of thinking about growing up instead of growing out. You know what I
I
mean?
watched one.
Even just front lawn gardens.
Well,
I know we talked about
yeah.
this before, but like Jesus Christ.
I watched one with like they were growing without sunlight. It was like hydroponic growing, pretty much plant food.
Pardon the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, people are doing this like in the city. Like,
Were they using UV lights?
Oh yeah. Like,
Okay, all right,
Oh yeah,
so-
they're using UV lights and everything, but it was working like really good. They were putting out more
Wow.
food than a farm did.
To quote a great man, wow.
Wow. So I was just curious, since we're talking about farming. I was
Yeah.
like, man, I wonder how much one cow eats a day. I'm just curious,
Oh,
right? One cow.
Fresh
Enough to
showed-
feed Africa.
Fresh showed me this. How
A
much?
cow eats 24 pounds of like hay or dry matter a day
That's one.
per head. That's one cow.
Yep.
That's a fully grown cow. That's fucking crazy. Think of all the fucking cows in the world that are being farmed.
Force
So they have to be fed. So now you got all these wasted fucking crops
Yeah.
growing hay. Then it has to be harvested. So then you got all these fucking farmers and all their fucking machinery and everything. But
Yeah.
before it was even harvested, hold on. Don't forget about the water. Because we
Boom.
got to water that bitch.
Boom.
And then when the cows are eating 24 motherfucking pounds of dry matter, they can get thirsty too. Let's give them some
I'm
water.
getting thirsty just thinking about it.
Then we gotta fucking get the cows somewhere.
Yeah.
So now we need a big ass fucking truck to haul like 20 cows because cows are fucking huge. So we need a bunch of trips or a bunch of trucks to go to this other fucking plant. It's just a what?
yeah, man.
Every
Yo,
step.
grow a
is
carrot, need it.
Stupid.
Yeah. The the carbon and water cost for a pound of beef as compared to a pound of, well, basically anything else.
That's not
But especially non-meats, yeah. It's not even comparable.
Oh no, I saw one where it was like a full fed after butchered and defat feeds like 4 or 5 people. Cow.
Yeah.
Good cow.
Well, okay.
But the
again,
shit to feed the cow could have fed like 200,000
Wasn't
people.
exactly.
Yeah, wasn't it
That's-
the for 1
Is it
pound?
that much?
Maybe it was 20,000. I think it was 20,000 people. Like in
Jesus
their whole
Christ.
lifetime, right? Think about So one cow eating
per
that much
day. I
per
get it.
day growing up.
Jesus Christ.
It was, if I recall
Don't
correctly.
quote me on that one. Sorry, don't
No,
quote
sorry.
me on that one.
But it's still something
It's
crazy.
stupid.
If I recall correctly, Fresh showed me a diagram that to raise 1 pound of meat is water wise is a person's annual water intake recommended. 1 pound of beef.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
again, easily believe that.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, hold on. Okay, so if you don't eat meat or dairy, this is a statistic I have
Right.
saved. Every day you save 1,100 gallons of water, 45 pounds of grain.
Holy fuck.
I don't know what 45 pounds of grain feeds, but it's more than one person. 30 square feet of forest, 20 pounds of CO2, and the life of one animal, obviously. And that's just like one little thing. That's not even the one I was looking for. But I was trying to find the actual UN report because I've seen like a million news reports, but I want to say, okay, like what does this actually say?
Yeah.
So I went to their website and first of all, the UN website's dope. Anyone concerned about the actual causes that you should be worried about in the world, just go there. I mean, I guess
Okay.
you'd have to not think the UN was a complete sham organization like some people do. But anyway, one of the things on there was that 70% to connect with what I was just saying, 70% of global water use goes to agriculture. Wow. This was not under the climate change thing. This was not even under the food thing. This was under water.
Wow.
70%.
That's fucking insane.
So if you can cut that in half, then you've got that for people and
that need water
yeah.
anywhere.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know how, I don't even understand how this shit becomes politicized. If you're just willing to look at facts, I mean, I understand in essence, because, you know, people are fucking greedy and whatnot. But, like, really, there's got to be some honest fucking people out there. So if you can look at the facts and just say, okay, that's that and that's that. Like, there's no win to believing the truth about climate change. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you don't come out ahead for that.
No.
But people will be like, oh, Al Gore's gonna get on his yacht and drive a Ferrari off into the ocean and, you know, like, whatever the fuck they think. And it's like, no, he's not, first of all. But why does that, what would make me care? I don't give a fuck about Al Gore at all.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Fuck Al Gore.
I just think that nature is cool and people are cool and we should keep living. That's pretty much what I think.
That second part was a lie, but I still agree with
People equal shit. Corey Taylor.
Quote on my chest. Getting a chest piece. People equal shit.
And what you said earlier, you know, it's like a money greed thing. I was watching this thing about why don't we switch over to natural renewable resources for our energy and stuff like that. And again, it comes down to greed. Just a figure, someone said that if there's $700 billion worth of oil to extract from the earth, you know they're going to get every fucking cent out of it until it's no longer economical to mine it.
Yeah, which is jack.
Well, and that's where the bullshit comes in. Like, well, there's still money to be made here. So fucking what?
I worked with a guy back when I worked at that grocery store, and he said that recycling is bullshit and oil shortage is bullshit because we have oil for easily another 100 years and we won't run out of space for garbage for 200 years. And I said, do you really think that's the fucking point?
Jesus, Murphy.
But like, that's,
yeah.
and this kid went to my high school. Like, he had all the same resources I did.
Well, and that's what people say. I won't be alive.
Oh, fuck.
I'll give
Oh,
and then you know what?
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
For them,
Should have
fine.
had kids
Just
then.
those people, you don't even read. Fuck them. When people say like, "Oh, we'll be here when it happens," fine. Fuck you. You are officially the worst part
That's
of this
like
problem.
almost
No,
everyone
but you
I
can't.
know.
You can't just dismiss them
Well, I
because
guess- yeah.
those are the fucking stupid illiterates who sit around fucking their buck-tooth sister in the trailer all day and make 14 kids who grow up believing the same stupid bullshit they do, and they end up getting more votes. This is actually the liberal democratic problem.
Yeah.
Is that educated people tend to make educated decisions, which in some very fucking strange way exempts you from the majority. That's why things swing in this dumb direction. It's fucked.
It's all a fucking
And no,
setup,
I don't
bro.
regret any of what I just said.
No,
It's all a
it's
fucking setup.
No, hey, this is why we elect so many sweet shop owners and not enough doctors, because they promise the masses good things, and people go, oh, okay,
And not solutions.
and not solutions.
Is that real?
Actual solutions.
Yes.
Well, okay,
We elect.
We
What?
we elect
Sweet
too
sh-
many sweet shop owners and not enough doctors.
it's a figure of expression.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's
Well, I don't
saying,
know. He always says
I
this
know.
shit like
it
it's
threw
real.
me through a loop.
Loof.
Threw me through a loop. Threw me through a loop too. But then I understand.
No, but
What's
because
going on.
it's that's the downfall to power is education, and if everybody knows, then these people will not be in power.
So let's make them
So let's
pay
make them
thousands and
fucking
thousands
stupid.
and thousands of dollars to go to school, and when they're in school for free, let's just teach them the basics and nothing about politics, leadership, taxes, nothing. It's all fucking set up for everyone to fail. As long as you keep living in your fucking bubble in your little fucking life, who gives a fuck
Yeah,
what's
well,
going
again,
on in
like,
the
But
world?
that's why people who change the world are important, bro.
Well, I
Because
very much
there
agree.
are real people who really fucking care.
Yeah, like who realize this?
Yeah.
Who aren't stuck in that fucking, my dog and my car and my, not that these are bad things, but like that's all there is.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? As long as that shit's good, you're good. No, it's not. That's not okay.
And then you got people who, let's say Trudeau comes out tomorrow with a flawless climate change plan. This is what Canada is going to do. Boom. Perfect.
Right.
Zero emissions tomorrow. There'd still be people who are like, well, what about China? China doesn't fucking matter. Fuck them. Control what you can control.
Yes.
And that's a large part of this whole argument is that even people who do accept the truth, the ones with a sister with 3 teeth, they'll say shit like, well, what about them? What about them? Which is so petulant and childish. Like, control you. Control what you can control.
Set example.
I realize I'm not being very stoic right now, but this
Listen.
is bullshit.
Well, I think climate change is something that no one should be stoic about. It's something that everyone should be angry at and loud about. People need to know.
Sorry, I'm
So
going to.
philosophy.
I'm going to take a hit of my legal weed.
Hey! Yo, let's give it up for progressive ass Canada. Did y'all know only second country in the world to do blanket legalization? I did not know that.
What's to do blank? What does that mean?
Blanket. Like
Oh.
this is now legal.
Really? No,
Not
wasn't
like-
Uruguay or something the first
Uruguay
one?
was the first one. That's what I said. Canada's the second. So I don't mean like Amsterdam or any of these other places or anything. I mean no, it is now legal. That's fucking
I
dope.
just smoked weed.
That is dope.
And there's nothing anyone can do about it.
It's legal under these certain guidelines, but it's still the blanket thing is still true.
Yeah, alcohol is legal under certain guidelines, but it's legal.
Yeah.
Okay, but I said the weed thing for a reason, not just to be me.
Are you gonna talk about hempcrete?
No, not yet. Fresh. Sorry, I sat on the cord and it just threw me through a loop, and it was crazy.
Not aloof.
Not a loop. A loop. Give me the loop. Okay. So
I'd like to go to the loop.
so weed is now legal in Canada. Right?
That is
Oh.
correct. Sir.
Which is what Jordan just say, like the blanket thing. Sorry.
oh,
Sorry,
that's fine.
Mikey.
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's legal. You can't do shit, bitch. But it's gonna start a domino effect. The world is watching how this turns out, right? So if you took this and did it for, maybe the fucking environment,
Yep.
maybe the world would be watching and seeing how it
Well,
since you're such a big fucking country.
Yeah, bro.
I guess it was France when they said no more throwing out food. They were one of the first publicized countries to do it. I guess maybe like what Slick just said. Like we're looking at it going, oh hey, this is doable.
Man, and you're so right. And fucking, as much as I hate the French for their general Frenchness, but, they're awful, right? We can agree with that.
Yeah, I think the French can even agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh god.
They're fucking so great because
Yeah.
they tackle these things head on. Like even French politicians.
Down here in French.
French politicians have mistresses and misters, and people are just like, yeah, so does everyone. You know, it's like, okay, now we're going to talk about important shit.
Yeah, well, and that's it too, right? Christ almighty. Look at all the good things you're doing, but what are the bad things that you're doing? Okay. Well, you're missing the point here.
But the point is lead by example. So
Are
we
these
need.
shirts short? I feel like they're not long enough.
Maybe you're growing, man. Are you growing what?
It's my posture getting
It's all
better.
those plants. And big boy. Yeah, maybe
Plants and
I need
oxygen.
to. I need to.
Won't have to worry about that for too long.
No.
Nope, 12 years. So where do you start? I mean, like, you just start at the root. Let's face it.
Plant joke.
Yeah, exactly. But let's face it, we're not going to get a bunch of people on board to become vegan. And we're for sure
True.
not going to stop mass animal agriculture.
True.
Because it's going to just keep happening. So where do you go from there?
Should we hire assassins to take these people out?
No, nothing's going to happen. This is my point. Nothing is going to change. We're fucked. I'm telling you right now that no government's going to do it. We're fucked. We're going to drive ourselves to this point of no return. Because no one's going to do it, and they're going to all put shit on paper. Oh, by 2025, we'll have 20% less emission. Like, fuck it, man. Just fucking cut people off. Or force them to change. Like,
No, you have to.
You have to.
You like it's gonna have to get to the point of just straight outlawing things.
Yep.
And that sounds fucking extreme, but it's literally that or die. And who'd have thought, you know, driving your classic car could be an act of rebellion, but
but that's what I mean. Like, so we manufacture cars. Have all the people or all the companies that manufacture either switch over to completely green or, you know, only let green cars be bought in your country, electric cars or whatever. And if they don't want to fucking switch or if they just don't want to agree, kick them the fuck out. Who cares? Just get them out.
Yeah.
Bye. Leave.
Yeah.
And then bring in a company, because there are companies, offer startup companies or whatever. Bring those companies. Those will create jobs internally. Like, the economy is not going to take a hit from it.
But I feel like that would actually, like, then you'd have assassinations, like Mickey was saying, like with what the cigarette lobby did when things went south for them. Like, they were actually putting death threats on people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But
And
I mean,
they may have killed people. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, they're killing a lot of people.
Yeah, seriously. So what the fuck do they care?
Yeah. But it's going to happen. It has to happen. So it's weird to say this, but people are going to have to die.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, I mean, people are already fucking dying.
yeah, from this shit. Like, a lot of people are dying from
Yeah.
it. Whereas if one dude dies for the betterment of, like, fucking billions,
Yeah.
and he's okay with it, then
Yeah. That's
Or she.
utilitarianism at its finest.
Yeah. Needs of the
but
many.
it's weird because you have to incorporate many different philosophies to obtain that one single one,
Absolutely, you do.
right? So
Number one, accepting the facts. I
Yeah.
don't know what philosophy that is.
I don't think that's a philosophy.
Scientific
It's
naturalism?
It shouldn't even be a philosophy. It should just be a fact. Accept the facts.
you know what? I'm dealing with the philosophy where I would just reject facts.
But you know what? You say that, and there are a ton of people who would go,
Tons.
"What is a fact?"
Alternative fact.
That's when you just duff them.
Yep.
That's when fresh can kill someone.
So I have a theory.
Dead.
Kill them dead.
Kill
Can I
them dead.
pay to see?
Pardon me?
Can I pay to see it?
Oh, dude, this is gonna start happening. Like in
You're just gonna start
7-8
duffing
years
people in
when
7 to 8
things
years?
when things go lawless, like Fresh is gonna have like livestock, and everybody's gonna be happy over here. I'm gonna have vegetables, and everybody's gonna be happy over here. And I'll have really good relationships with equatorial countries. We can all get our citrus fruit if it still exists.
Which it won't.
I'm just waiting for this.
And then I'm gonna put patrols out in the streets every night, and I'm gonna fucking kill people.
Oh my god, this got dark.
I'm
It's
not
like
even
the-
sure why at this point. I just
Vegan
know it'll
purge.
happen. Vegan purge. Vegan purge.
You
baby.
kill animals,
What
we
you
kill
should
you.
start doing is collecting all those ticks that make it your body reject meat, and then just start throwing them at people.
I feel like that's, you know, I'm not at all a superstitious or supernatural person, but I feel like that may literally be nature revolting. Because what the fuck else is it?
Yeah?
You know?
That's weird.
That's
eh?
crazy.
I just it's sad to almost talk about it because you know it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to be done. I mean, things will be done, but not to the extent that it needs to.
Things will be done, but not, yeah, they don't need to. And it's not that that's okay, but we've seen with certain projects that nature can actually recover faster than you think, but you can't unmelt the ice caps.
No, you can't.
And even just the physical effect of sunlight coming in, well, the ice caps reflect, and when they melt, the water absorbs.
Yep.
That's
Heats the
day
planet
one
up.
physics.
Literally.
You can't undo that,
Nope.
and then it accelerates.
That's just it. Oops, we fucked up.
Yeah, oops, we fucked up. We're all dead.
Well, I think a big thing is too, instead of saying, I guess on a broad sense of what needs to happen, like, oh, we need to stop doing this, we need to stop doing that. I think we really need to start focusing a lot more on what we can do specifically, like really talking about it.
Yeah.
One thing that I found,
Man, okay, hold on,
Sure.
pause.
Yep, pause
Because
it.
you just made a fucking excellent point for once.
What?
there it is. I was like, oh, this is
So they found that large corporations like McDonald's, for example, were the bulk of litter, garbage, pollutants. All of this shit is recyclable. So you can't even turn around to McDonald's and be like, this is your fault. Because it's all the fucking shitty people who don't just take it and put it in the recycling. No, instead you gotta, I don't know, throw it out the window so it somehow makes it to the ocean. I don't understand that. But people have to do their part.
They need some responsibility.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
But
go ahead.
So the big thing I found was
My dick.
unique.
Never mind.
What we use for land and what we can use otherwise for it. I'm not saying this right.
No, not at all. None of that made sense at all.
Okay, so
Do you grammar, bro?
I don't grammar
I
well.
have to smoke more legal weed to get my head around this.
So renewable resources, solar power, awesome.
Yeah.
How much land would we need to take to fill it with solar panels to power the world?
I don't know.
According to Solaron.net, 200,000
Obviously a solar
square miles.
company. That's it?
200,000 square miles. That is 5% of the Sahara Desert. Which would be a great place, by the way,
Christ.
because of the lack of,
Like-
rain.
And yeah.
But
Wow.
here's some
Stupid idea.
here's some perspective.
That's insane.
For the U.S. highway system, that covers up to around 40,000 square miles.
Okay.
40,000 golf courses around the world take up 20,000 square
Man,
miles.
fuck golf.
Yep.
Oh, I hate golf.
Oh, and
I
here's-
hate golf philosophically, physically, as a game. Sorry, you shouldn't have said golf. I lose my stoicism.
Golf.
And then here's my favorite part, which is sad, but just, again, puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
Every 3 years, 200,000 square miles of forest are destroyed.
Fuck me.
Oh, look, 3 years. Look, we can do it right there. No, but the Sahara Desert would be perfect because it's the desert. But yeah, just a little perspective. But this,
And that's all for animal agriculture, right?
it didn't say specifically. It was just that happens.
Huh.
So it could be for forestry, et cetera, et cetera.
Man,
but
forestry
but-
in the north is crazy because they do the replants.
Yes.
So you can see the cycles.
Well, actually, in South America, I don't know which country, they developed a
It
way.
ain't Brazil.
No, but they developed a way of how they cut down trees. It's almost like a squiggly line if you look at it from a bird's eye view, and it actually helps it regrow faster. Which again, I'm okay. Like, yeah, there's certain things we got cut down trees for. I get it. Like now,
we need resources to have society.
yes, but if we can do it in a smart way, that's great. But my point is, this is what we need to be talking about. We need to talk about ways that things how we can make things better. Not like things need to get better. Great, how? They got to get better. How? Let's reduce emissions. How?
Yeah.
I think talking these kinds of facts
Yeah, that's true.
is
Actionable plans.
is a big step. Like, oh hey, UN, did you know that 200,000 square kilometers is only 5% of the Sahara Desert? Why don't you guys start working on fucking putting up solar panels there to power the world?
Yeah.
And you're done. And you know what? Then you can have people go work there and clean them and make sure everything's nice and tidy and they're working. Jobs. Yay.
Well, I read some. Bingo.
It's like, fuck.
Well, I read something the other day that said Australia is already almost at surplus power in the places where they've heavily implemented solar.
Oh God,
Surplus, not just maintenance, surplus.
but those jobs, right? Oh, don't worry, those are probably taken care of.
fuck, man.
But again, this is broad statements don't work anymore. They obviously don't work. This is
Yeah,
what we
they
need to
never
talk
did.
about. This will change things, I think.
Yeah, that's a fucking great stat. man.
Everyone who's listening to this, just post that 200,000 square kilometers. That's all we need to save the planet. As far as that's the biggest first thing we can make to save the planet, to save us. Fuck the planet.
Yeah,
us.
but then
we
you
want to
gotta
save
think-
us. Let's be
but
honest
Mickey,
here.
You got to think of electricity transfer.
Yeah, it's not like you
Well,
could
no,
literally
I
just
know.
drop it in the Sahara.
But divide.
yeah,
No, but I know, but-
You know what I mean?
You know what
So,
he's saying.
yeah.
But of course, like I think, but that's the shit right there. But what about the electrical networking shit? Like, yes, but you know what? In the long run, it's okay.
Yeah.
And everything will be okay. In the
Yeah,
long
yeah.
run.
You just take the problems and
It's
figure
not
it
like
out.
laying down an oil pipeline and going.
yo. If you went to fucking space, you can power the world off solar panels. Let's be real. here.
but that's again that to reiterate for the third time. This is what we need to start talking about.
Yeah.
Real facts,
I
not
think
broad shit.
I think dealing with it as a done deal, like, okay, here's what we're gonna do,
Yeah.
is so much more useful because the comparison that I heard was like the U.S. did in World War II when they entered the war.
Sure.
Like industry just flipped over. It was like, okay, now we're in a war. Everything's military.
Yeah.
More or less, right? If we did that just for energy, like you wouldn't even have to, because first of all, other things would manifest themselves. But if you just decided to change energy, like, okay, boom, here's a 5-year plan. We're changing energy.
That's
You
it.
wouldn't lose any fucking jobs.
No.
Think about the amount of people it would take to do that.
yeah.
We'll even set up programs. Okay, government assisted schooling. We need this built. We're going to send 5,000 people to school with Canadian money. And then in the States, we're going to send 20,000 people to school for this with American money. And then everybody just kind of like, oh, yeah, we need this many people. We will pay for all your schooling.
Well, then you start getting into the fucked up concentrations of wealth, and basically
Well,
those
for sure.
don't
But-
want to.
No, but fuck those people. I'm talking about
Yeah.
public
Yeah,
funds.
fuck those people.
Public funds. You know what? If my tuition goes up $500 a semester because they're going to send 5,000 people to school to change the fucking world, go right the fuck ahead.
Well, that would be an absolutely terrible tax plan.
No, but I just if that's the only effect of my schooling, and then like take a little bit here, take a little bit there. You don't just attack one thing, right? You just do little bits here and there. But I bet you can scrounge up the money.
Oh, for sure.
I bet you could.
For sure.
You know, but
I bet you they just fucking do it for free. Like
But-
real. That's the
but-
thing.
probably
but
fucking
that's what I mean.
We're the
though.
government. We're just gonna, use this building. Hey, man, you want to come just teach and change the world? Yeah, sure. Because I want to change the world.
Given the fact that there's so many unfilled jobs and just old buildings and old infrastructure, like this shit should be simple. I know it's not simple because of the human factor,
The human
but,
brain factor.
but just make a plan. Just make a fucking plan.
Yeah,
Just stop talking and start doing.
System's
and
broken.
Fix it along the way.
it's got the red ring of death, bro.
Yeah.
Restart.
I don't know, man.
It's but that goes back to just working with when we work together, going to sites, watching them build houses
In
the
ancient
2000s.
fucking ways.
It's like, man, why are we still using the same materials to build new subdivisions? They should be self-sustainable subdivisions. You should everything.
real.
You should have solar shingles, maybe some wind turbines,
I got
anything.
something cool to tell you.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So this dude came in the other day, and I didn't get to talk to him, but he approached the owner about electrical heating and cooling, which, as you may not know, but you definitely know, is a huge energy drain compared to like natural
Okay.
gas, right? So, but these buildings would be, again, net positive on the grid because it was kind of fucked up. They're like ceramic, so the heat retention is different, and it's almost like ceramic tiles. Like if there's damage, you can click it in and out, and then because it's ceramic, it's easier to repair.
Right.
But the roofs were solar panels, not solar shingles, not solar panels on roofs. They were actual just solar panels. Anyway, he had all these energy calculations and everything, and he was talking to the other dude, so I was just like picking off little pieces of it. But the whole point was to do it in affordable housing. So you just solved three problems, really.
Yeah.
Just
Do it, man.
fucking do it.
I can't remember the number, but
Shia LaBeouf,
it
man.
may have been 20%. But if every home in America had solar sheeting roofs, it would cut their cost 20. I think it was just 20%. You know, because it's a big country, right? But holy fuck, it's
Yeah, 20%. That's enormous.
Dude, it's huge. I mean, but it like, do it. It just has to be done.
Yeah.
Get this fuck. This fuck show is like. Oh,
Sorry,
it's got another thing.
Here's something that's kind of funny. Developed countries versus developing countries. So the UN particularly is kind of looking down their nose at these people who are trying to develop their countries. They are using old resources, technology to do
Yes.
it because that's what they have now.
Yes.
And they're going, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Telling these countries, go like, yeah, you might want to stop doing that so much because you're hurting the environment.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that, but they're also not going, hey, here's an alternative.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But now, so what's happening, and this is, I guess the point I was making is now there's an issue between these developing countries and the developed countries. They're going, we don't believe you. Why are you? We've been in this situation for so long that we're trying to come out of it. You're telling us no. We don't fucking believe you. Mm-hmm. So now there's an animosity between these countries.
Which would be solved by giving them better technology to do it. Okay, fair enough.
Build solar panels there. Give them electricity. It's not that hard.
It's not that fucking hard.
Dude, I watched a guy build a solar panel on YouTube
There you go.
in his fucking garage.
Oh, also solar panels have been around since the 1800s, just for fun.
What?
Yeah, bro. Like, this is, dude, that's why I said if you can go to space, you can run the world off solar panels. Do you know how much solar technology is used when you're in space? Pretty much all of it.
All of it.
Solar sails. You're moving from the sun. You're using energy. All that fucking, it looks like sails. That's all solar
So
panels.
you're telling me the sun's out there, just shining
Just shining
like a crazy diamond,
in the sky.
Reflect.
and we're just not doing anything?
Yeah. We're just digging in the earth for fucking shit that's going to kill us.
So let's just bring this back up again. Since the 1800s. That's a fucking scary thing. Again, this just goes to show how much power these fucking companies have. They will
Oil.
They own the world.
They will quash progression.
They have.
And
Yeah,
they
they
have.
have.
And they
More-
continue.
no, but it's
will
just-
continue. Now, what's the point of that, though? That's what I just don't get
Money.
the point. Yeah, but what's the point? How much money do you need?
All of it.
But you must
Fucking
have.
such a good point, bro.
You must have enough money now to, like, your family will never have to work ever in the existence of your family. Do you know what I mean? Like, by the time little Johnny, 23 version has to go to work,
Yeah.
money won't exist.
great grandson
like
Rockefeller.
times to the power of 200, you know? But, like, what's the overall goal? That's weird. It's
It
weird
is
to
fucking
me.
weird.
It could be.
This is the thing that I've always thought, because again, sort of like we were talking earlier about fucking redemption. If fucking, I don't know, Exxon
Okay.
tomorrow says we're going green, we're going completely green, and just turns their back on oil, even though they've been historically just a nightmare of pollution and damage,
Yeah.
they will be heroes.
Oh, yeah.
The stain will disappear. Like, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
But it's that echo chamber bullshit, right? They're just like, we're good, they're bad.
Yeah.
And then they pay scientists to come up with sham reports and stuff. Just
Which, again, shame on you.
seriously,
You fucking
though.
know better. How dare you use your
Yeah,
education for that?
For lying.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah. Fuck y'all.
That's what I mean, man. Money can make people weird.
It does.
Well, it is. Hey,
Fear
people,
of scarcity.
people kill for money, and sometimes not very much when you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's
No,
the thing.
yeah,
Like
it's just
money,
weird.
money controls.
You got 20
It's-
bucks.
I mean,
No, actually, I have 5.
that's
Will that do?
that's enough. It's probably why I'm at where I'm at in my life, because I have never had the lust for money. I've never thought it was like dope, like to have a bunch of money, and to like, you know, I just never. It was just never instilled in me. I mean, you know, my parents are great parents and stuff, but they never really
Well-
taught me the value of money growing up. So I can't fuck. If I get money, it's gone.
Well, it depends on how you look at money. Like for myself,
Oh, yeah. We know how you look at money.
well, and in a sense of like of an abundance, in the sense of having a lot, I
You don't.
I don't. But mine mindset it would be of of safe and comfort. Not like, oh, I'm going to go buy all these nice things. It was like, oh, good, I can now take care of myself. And you know what? I got a lot of money, take care of some people who need taken care of. But
no, because money's for your health. It's for ability. It's for your time.
But you look at people who have all of it. They don't look at it that way. Like I know I can't even fathom it right now.
Please tell me about a rich person's mentality.
No, that's what I mean though. But what is their mindset? Why is it that they have to have so much of it? Like, yet you have enough money 100 times over to do everything 100 times over.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Is it control? Is
It
that
has
part
to
of
be.
it?
It has
For
to be
sure.
like
That's a part of it.
It's so mind-boggling.
Megalomaniac,
Yeah,
like-
you cannot. Well,
has to be mental illness,
I've always
man.
hated that saying like you have so much money you can't spend it. You know what? Give him 24 hours. I bet you can get rid of all his fucking money. Like, let's be serious.
Scott Storch.
But but really, like, what's it doing? You're not doing anything. It's just sitting up in trust funds, and it's in the Wall Street. Like,
I'll tell you
it's
what,
not even
man.
real.
I honestly have this theory. There's two things, okay? Either there's a much more meaningful thing to our life that we don't know and aliens are involved or interdimensional beings or something. Or it's all like broken people. Like severely broken people who have been now captured in this net of a mental illness they have developed throughout their life that have made them filthy rich. And now they just want more because they just still can't heal because they don't want to take on their demons or whatever. I don't know. Those are the only two things I can think of that would make anyone want that amount of money.
Power and greed.
Just tons of money. Like tons of money.
There's something missing from them.
Yeah,
They
so they're
fill
filling
with
it.
this,
Like, I mean, massive amount. I mean, you have to be
I don't even
like...
think missing is the right thing
It's
because
not,
some people
yeah.
grow up like this. So it's not like
Yeah,
they ever
it's
lost
not-
anything.
yeah.
It's just broken.
It's just
They're
a broke, like
fucking broken.
like I'm talking broken since like I don't even like it has to be a mental illness.
Yeah.
Like these
I
people
don't
need
know.
a Buddhist retreat. Stat.
Like I just don't get it. Like I personally, if I didn't have a daughter, I could sleep on the streets. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like I mean, it would suck. It would be like, man, like the first couple days would just suck. But then I'd just be like, yeah, well, just guess I'm sleeping out here.
But then you start getting into, again, our actual level in nature. And when you live more on that level, you feel better.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You
And
feel.
and then I'll see you down at the mission when I donate. I'll be
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
Slick,
Yeah, what's up, man? We haven't done the podcast in a while. It's like,
Remember the podcast?
shit, man. But like honestly, I don't know what I would be like if I had a bunch of money. I don't even know if I would keep all that money.
I wouldn't.
I don't think I could. Like I would solidify for myself and,
Oh, big
and
time.
my family. But after that's said and done, I'm good. Like what? Like
I'd start
let's
founding
go,
companies and
Yeah,
shit,
let's
though.
go do some shit with
yeah.
it, right? Like let's change the world. Why are you not wanting? That's the thing. You have all this money, but you're killing every thing and like why? What don't you want to like be good and like change? Like that's fucked up. Is that not fucked up?
That's fucked
That's fucked
up.
up. And for you know what's even more fucked up? That everyone walks around and pretends not to see it.
What do you
No
mean?
one wants to talk about it. Like, dude, I've thought about this for
Well-
years and years and years and years and years. And I drank about it. I smoked about it. I listened to songs about it. Because every time I tried to talk to somebody, I would immediately put them in a bad mood because they knew about it, like just the state of the world, like where it's going. But no one wanted to have a conversation with me about it. And it kind of drove me nuts because I needed to talk to people about it.
Right.
And no one, everyone would get mad. They would get mad at me for bringing it up. It's fucking weird.
But again, is it like what I said earlier about actually talking about ways to do it or things that we can do instead of saying we're fucked, we need to stop doing this?
It's a little bit of both because, like, I'll think of solutions, but I am me. I have negative
Stop
money.
that, by the way.
Yeah, I've negative. I don't have lots of money to do something like. I ain't running for office, you know. But and I don't got the time to do it. The people that are in power now need to do it. So, I mean, we can talk about solutions all day long. What the fuck is that? Eh?
I don't know. Bent down to tie my shoe, found a mystery pill.
Wow, that is unsettling.
Dare we take it?
There's a solution. Be over real quick.
I wonder what's in it. Should I open it?
Yeah.
What if it gets all over me?
Then we all die and it's anthrax.
What if it's anthrax?
Why the fuck would there be Well, we've been talking about some things that the government officials might not like.
Yeah, they left it in here when we were fucking
What is that?
on break.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is that Coke?
Why would it be Coke?
Yeah, it's
I
Coke
don't know, man.
and a
I've never-
vegetarian-friendly pill.
Well, it could be gelatin.
How do you know? That's a vegetarian-friendly pill?
Yeah, you can tell the gelatin ones are different.
You think I would know better?
I don't know.
What, do you know what cocaine smells
No, I
like?
don't,
Zach?
but I just
Jesus.
seen if I knew what anything smelled like. That's fucking weird. I don't know what that is. This ain't mine. So,
There you go.
We just got ourselves an excerpt right there, guys.
anyway. Okay, so it's kind of useless a little bit. Not useless, but in a sense it is to talk about problems to these issues because honestly, you really can't fucking do anything.
Pause. It is useless to talk about problems with these issues if you do not also come with the solution, which was the point Mickey was making.
Or, sorry,
and I think that's good.
I meant it's almost pointless to talk about solutions to these issues because they're just such heavy, huge issues that by the time that even me or Fresh or you had resources to take these things head on, it's too late.
But that's what fucking is crazy to me is that the crowd that typically goes against doing anything it'll be the ones who need the most. You know? Like farmers and shit.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. It just things are so doable. They really are. It's not like we have to climb Olympus for sure.
Which is a very scalable mountain, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Big Crit did it.
Big crit. Good reference there, bud.
I like it. Anyway,
It's a fucking dope song.
yeah, it's really, really good
I'll
song.
take your word for it.
Yeah. Sorry, Mickey, it wasn't from the 50s, so you don't know it.
Yeah, you should be sorry.
Anyway, we've got like massive tasks before us, but again, if you accept that this is a thing and start working on it, everything else falls into place. Just like setting a global example, like you were saying with weed, just set a fucking global example. Infrastructure changes, jobs manifest.
Someone's
Like,
got
it's
to take
so
the job.
easy.
Dude. Someone.
Well, it's just like, look at the Industrial Revolution. That was a daunting task. Look how many jobs it made.
Yeah, but that happened by steps and as things ramped up. It's
But-
not like anyone was like,
And then it
you know
ruined
what?
everything.
I know,
Industry's
but-
kind of shit. Let's revolutionize it.
But it's,
I did say that. I did say that back then.
but that's the whole thing though. It's like we need, maybe that's a way that people could start kind of painting that picture. Go, oh look, we did it then. Let's try and focus on it now. And now that we know
That
we,
was my point with the reference to World War II and
oh, okay, fair enough.
changing of industry.
Yeah.
Because that's what needs to happen. Industrial revolution took time. We need something now.
And that's what I mean. So we as individuals, like you said, you all right, man?
Yeah, it's my back is killing me all of a
Oh,
sudden.
dude, you sit on the other chair, man.
No, I'm
Okay. We as individuals, like you said and Fresh said, you just stressed me out.
You need some legal weed, dog?
Yeah, I got a bunch of legal weed. We have the ability to do our part. So, like I said, I just talked to my brother. Well, you guys got coffees. I was like, yo, I'm going to sit down with mom and dad and you, and we're going to talk about all the things we need to stop doing and all the things we need to start doing just to live a little bit better and cleaner. I'm like, I don't care if no one wants to listen, but if I got to come in the fucking room and talk some bullshit about who's doing this and that for them, you guys
just
can
did
listen
this
to me
just
for
now?
50, yeah, 15
What'd they
minutes.
say?
Oh, my parents aren't here, so it was just my brother. He's
Oh.
like, yeah, I'm down. So I was like, yeah, man, let's fucking, we'll throw out all this shit, or not throw it all out, but like stop buying this shit.
Yeah.
Stop buying the water bottle, stop doing all that shit. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to influence the people I can influence, and then just go from there.
Man, I'm proud of the things that I've done at work. It's not enough. It's not even close to enough. But when I consider how it used to be,
Oh, it's terrible.
remember all the fucking styrofoam?
Oh my god.
That was the first thing I saw when I started working there. I remember walking in, like my first day, and I was like, coffee. And your cousin told me, she's like, yeah, it always smells like coffee in here. I'm like, awesome. And I walk in, and I'm new. I didn't bring my own mug with me that day. And she's like, yeah, cups are up there. And I was like, what? Oh, no.
Tons of styrofoam.
And I mean, I didn't get it changed right away because they were like, oh, it's more expensive. And then eventually I just kept nagging them and they stopped buying fucking styrofoam.
Yep. And you know what? But it is like that. Think of that. And that's a smaller company, right? Compared to big fucking box companies.
Sure.
Right? And think of how much waste there was there.
Yeah.
Right? And then
tons, bro.
fucking multiply by a million.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
insanity. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it's even crazier that companies are still allowed to produce these things. Ban it. Don't
True.
ban people from buying it or
True.
whatever. Ban the production. Ban these fucking companies. Get them the fuck out of here. Bring in companies that want to help.
I understand a
Elongate our
window
life.
because, people are
Yeah,
on
to switch
track
over.
and,
I'm just being a dick.
No, you're not, though. You're not. You're right. Ban it. But, like, say, okay, 6 months.
Yep.
Boom.
Make the switch. Come
Go.
on. It can't be that hard.
Well, a big issue is they lazily put forth ways to try and get these people to reduce. An example is with Coke. They're like, okay, they didn't specifically target Coke, but one of the things is like if you don't do your job recycling, you get a $25,000 fine. They just pay the fucking fine. They don't give a shit.
Yeah,
What's
that's
25
not
grand?
that's not useful.
it's not
No,
doing
but that's
anything.
that's what I mean. That's where huge steps need to be taken. Instead of like, okay, like what we just said, 6 months, that's it. And then if you keep doing it, again, not being charged.
Yeah.
I guess like
You need real penalties. Like,
how do we?
I'm fucking taking one of your factories. Pay your
Well,
recycling
but
or one of your
then-
factories are gone.
It's Marxism.
Repossess, bitch.
no, that happened in fucking South America. And this is like, I learned about this in school.
Was that-
So this is a long time ago.
Okay, never mind.
Because I have not set foot in a school in many a year. And there were workers and like just average common folk who started taking over factories to bargain for water. This is South America.
Wow.
South America is not a water poor continent. But it was because everything was reserved. Like fucking, I don't know what company it was, so I'm not going to stick my foot in my mouth. But there was a company we'd all know the name of who
I can guess.
it's a short list, who had basically taken all the water. So people didn't have fucking drinking water.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What people can do,
Well,
eh?
but people,
And then bottle it and sell it to you.
Right?
$2 a bottle.
they did that in India when I think again bringing up Coke again. They came in, took all the water, and then they said, "Get out! We don't want it here." And the people rose up, and they're not there now.
Well, Coke in Africa, this is another thing I learned about in school. Muckraking was an interesting aspect of a communications degree that I enjoyed.
I'm sorry, what?
Muckraking, like digging up dirt on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I never heard that term
It's
before.
usually used in regards to politics, but
Okay.
Anyway, they went in and set these two tribes, at war with each other to kill each other off. Like they basically, I don't know how they did it. Somehow,
Who is this? That
Coke,
did-
Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola. Good
somehow
shit.
promulgated this war so that they would have access to the water that they were taking.
Oh my God. Isn't that's it? That's the world we live in.
Fucked up.
Like, why are these people?
And then
Like, that's
they
crazy.
put out a commercial with like dancing on it, and everybody makes memes with like the little Coke bottles that have their name on them.
Yep.
No, stop with Coke
It's
products.
brainwashing and fuck, man, it's fucked. It's not just, but yeah, Coke's one example, but it's everything.
And that's
Yeah.
one of the things where, again, people talk. The Beyond Beef thing with A&W. They didn't do that because they want to protect the plant. They did that because this is what people want.
Yeah, because there's an economic desire for it,
So-
and that's fine.
And that's totally fine. Like, I don't care if these guys would rather shove meat down my throat, but they're not going to because I don't want it. And they're going to switch it up.
By the way, Slick, I don't know if you know this, but guess what our boy did today? He's drinking his tea dairy free.
oh, nothing better
No
than
milk,
some
just
dairy-free
What
tea.
is sugar?
Oh, get rid of that too.
I need a little bit of sweet. It's just a little bit.
Yeah, it's
You're
almost
sweet
like
enough yourself, baby.
it's almost like tea is shit.
Tea is not shit.
Tea's shit.
Tea's not shit. You're shit.
People equal shit.
People equal shit. Tea equals good.
But that's a big thing I think people don't understand they have that power of. They go, when companies do nice things, it's not for our benefit. It's they do it for their benefit. So set the standard. This is what we want.
Yeah, buddy.
This is what we want. We don't want you. We don't want your pollution byproducts. We don't want your meat. We don't want your dairy.
I want your meat.
Want. I know you want my dairy. We want sustainable, renewable resources and food.
Okay.
That's what we want.
Now, okay, how do we get around this? Because I think that one of the biggest, because you nailed it. I mean, everybody wants that now, pretty much. I mean, at least in our generation.
Well, but it's changing.
Most people, it is changing. So how do we take away from the convenience of a box store like Walmart and shift it to the mom and pop shops? Now, because they're all scattered throughout like cities and stuff. I mean, at least our city, right?
Sure.
Man, why don't they just buy a fucking building and just open up a mom and pop fucking local shop,
Like a
mall,
like a bazaar.
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean?
like
Like
why?
a,
You know
actually
what I mean?
mall for local businesses.
Yes.
That's cool.
My friend is actually trying to start that up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, really, eh?
You know what? And I'm really sorry, but maybe I'll put it in the description later. But it used to be an old dairy building. Anyways, it's up on. It doesn't matter. What he's putting in there is essentially a community center of goods and trades. So the building is set up so well. There's actually going to be a garage to do small car work and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Like not small cars, but just like small work.
Right.
You can only work on small cars.
Only work on small cars. There's a loading bay and everything. There's a section that's going to be sectioned off for carpentry, whether it's to build or to
So
sell. Well,
Right.
you build and then you can sell outside of the store. There is going to be a little section that sells, and these are all people that he's got in contact with, and it is slowly happening. That's going to sell fruits and veggies that they grow on the roof, which is being retrofitted to have a garden on
That's
top.
fucking sweet.
Then there's going to be a cafe on the same roof that will sell, fruit, drink, whatever, from that same garden. Mm-hmm. Community building.
yeah, and it's simple. It's like
yeah, it's simple. It's not easy.
it's crazy how not easy that is.
And it's
though.
okay, though, if not a lot of people do it, because there's going to be some people who are going to want to do it. You don't want everybody doing it, because you can't have it. Because everyone's going to be building shit, and no one's going to be buying shit.
No,
you know what I
everyone
mean?
will be buying shit, man.
But I mean, like...
The knitters are going to be buying chairs. The chair builders are going to be buying sweaters. The sweater wearers are going to be buying food.
And then maybe suddenly we won't have money anymore. We'll just trade on goods. No, we won't do that.
No, and I don't even think that's smart.
To trade on goods?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. That's why we have money, because
Yeah.
we had to put a value on something. Because I need that chicken. Well, I'm gonna give you some of my dirt.
Here's
Like,
my
well, I don't
my
need your dirt.
Rari
I
that
need
looked like
chicken.
Pikachu for that chicken. It's got the push start.
But no, there's
Baby,
a
little baby.
important place for money, because if you don't have a value on something, how can you measure it? Because it's just, again, you go back far enough. I need your cow. I have 2 chickens. I don't need your chickens, but I need that cow. But I can't get that. So how do we make this work? We put a monetary value on something.
So you can buy it.
I sell my chickens for that monetary value, and then I buy it.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
okay.
it's barter with fucking fake worth. That's all it is.
But that's okay.
But
though.
that's fine.
It's
I
a
mean, yeah.
representation.
For now, it's okay. It'll change eventually. Anyway,
will,
that's
sure.
a great thing though. But honestly, yeah, you don't want everyone doing it, but you do at the same. You like that's great that
You want
he's
everyone
doing
participating.
that. That's great that he's doing that, but there should be more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, fuck these malls that are bringing these fucking multi-million-dollar companies, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's jobs." Blah. It's like, no, bitch.
Yeah,
no,
minimum
you're
wage
just
bullshit.
making.
Yeah, that's
You're making all these
12
rich
minimum
people
wage
richer.
jobs. Yeah, exactly.
It's bullshit. Bring the fucking local shit, buy quality stuff that's not gonna, from China. You're gonna put it in the dryer and it shrinks 8 sizes.
You know what they
You know
should
what?
do?
Is
Just
Is that what happened to me here?
Yeah, like look at that. That's for sure. Where's that made? Malaysia. I like that though. I love that pose.
But that should be something that maybe, again, these people who have the power should take these kind of responsibilities and go, okay, we have a spot in the mall. If you're
No, you can't. You see, you just fucked yourself.
Why?
The people in power should take responsibility.
Okay, fair enough.
You just contradicted yourself because
'cause
you're
they're
talking
not-
about it has to be citizen movements, and I agree with that because the people in power they follow us around, just like
For sure.
A&W follows
Well,
us around.
I mean, in the sense, I guess I'm just thinking if I owned a mall section, you're like, okay, if we're going to bring in someone to fill up this space, if you're a big company that makes hundreds of millions of dollars a year, you're going to pay a premium. Sorry. But if you're someone who's going to add to the community, you're going to get a reduced rate.
guys, let's buy Sears. Let's buy Sears and turn it into the
No,
local mall.
It's Devonshire.
I know, it was a joke. We can't even do that.
No, dude, but like we could legitimately do what Mickey's talking about.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't do it at Devonshire because
No,
it's
I know,
pretty
I
much
know.
the
Well, it
premium
is.
landscape.
Well, we have someone who's doing it. We should, I guess, any way we can help him.
Or we just
Does he
start
need
another one.
bullshit commentary?
Yes, he
got
actually
that.
has space for podcasts. So, like a
Well-
community podcast area. So it's honestly, you walk up to it. There's a podcast area. There's gonna be like a small photo booth for.
This is the millennialist place I've ever
It
heard
is,
of.
but on the right side of from where the recording place is, it's the editing area. So you can edit your audio. You can edit your photos.
See, I
and
want
stuff
to.
like
I want to
that.
do more like that's dope. That's a dope idea. But personally, I want to do more like a mall.
Like a grand scale.
Not grand. It doesn't even have to be grand. Maybe something as big as like that new Walkerville Market that went up like 2 years ago. Something like that big. But like for food, but for people who make furniture, for people who make clothing, like shit like this, like fucking set up, pay the mortgage. I mean, but it's a risk, right? But I mean,
Well, but the thing, like business, the business life, if somebody doesn't do well, if somebody fails, there's gonna be someone there who will take their place. Oh, my clothing place didn't work. Oh, but I have a clothing idea. Let's see if I can try it. And if it does,
yeah,
well,
no. But that's the wrong attitude because we've all seen those locations that have been like 30 different businesses in our lifetime.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah.
That's not you don't want to do something like that.
No, but you wouldn't do something like that. But should someplace be there for like 20 years and go, okay, we're kind of getting out of it now, someone will take up the mantle.
dude, you need one thing. You need one thing. The person who invests, you get a good chef. You get a garden on the roof, and you make a fucking 5-star restaurant. That alone will pay the mortgage for everything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, restaurants are notoriously difficult businesses to operate.
Yeah.
Oh,
But if you
okay.
did it, it's the whole thing is. But I mean, like the reputation and everything that would help.
Yeah.
Like bring people there.
People like food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
So that right there, by just not just the restaurant, but by bringing people there
I want to go
and
to Boone.
dispersing them.
You want to go to
I
Boone?
want to go to Boone now.
I gotta take you to Nooch,
Boone,
dog.
Oh yeah, fucking Nooch.
I gotta take both you guys to Nooch. That place is the
Well, let's
shit.
go. Let's go one day.
I wanted to go today. That was gonna be my idea, but
Oh.
you said you got shit to do.
Yeah, sorry, man.
It's all good, baby.
You gotta
But all in all,
shower.
at the end of the day, everyone just has to do a little part and then just keep advancing.
I think
right?
it's just important to really consider the facts. Like again, I do this a little bit more aggressively than the average person, but you don't even have to go to this extreme. You just have to assess your behavior and take the right steps. That is all.
That's it.
On all aspects of life, though. I'm sorry, I gotta throw that in. I just thought I like people who do bad things because they're bad people. Be better people too. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there.
I feel attacked.
Not you,
Well, you know what?
not you.
I would like to maybe do a number 2 on this one as well.
To what effect?
I want to talk about.
Like, are we even
Like-
gonna have time to get to number 2? Or are we all gonna be dead? There's ancient
That's true, eh?
diseases awakening from under melting
Yeah,
ice.
I know. This is
What kind
it's-
of Lovecraftian horror is that?
man? That's crazy.
You're gonna wake up and Cthulhu's gonna be in your backyard.
I hope so. He's a cool guy.
God damn it, Mickey.
Fuck you, Mickey. No, I'm just joking. I love you. No, I just want to talk more about like nature and the environment itself. Maybe more facts. I want to talk extinction rates and things like that. Just and kind of look at the process, like you said, of how nature kind of always restarts itself,
Yeah.
like Mother Earth. Mother Earth.
Nature is the ultimate like don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's why
nature be
nature
like-
is metal.
Yeah, yeah, buddy. Because nature will be like, "Oh, fuck me. All right, fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you times like 10.
You didn't stop
You're gonna
polluting?
seed some. You're gonna seed the fucking ocean. Here's Hurricane Michael.
Yeah. Here's extreme weather that
Here's
has never
8
been witnessed.
tornadoes up north.
Well,
Like,
I was
you know what
just
mean?
gonna say, like,
Yeah,
hey,
no,
Prime Minister, get your shit together. No, have some tornadoes.
I don't know. I was hoping to do a little bit more of like environmental appreciation too. Because
Well, that can get tied into part 2 for sure.
yeah, I don't know. There's reasons over and above our own survival. Maybe they're a little more altruistic, but it's still like to just appreciate the environment in its own right. Like, yeah, nature's a savage bitch and nature is metal, but nature's also like the most beautiful thing in the world. Like nature is
Oh, yeah.
literally is beauty.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I mean, at least my career's solidified because once everything goes extinct, they'll buy all my pictures to see flowers again.
That's dark.
That's very dark.
But it's true. It is beautiful. Even the smallest things. That's the one thing I've noticed actually put me right in check with this whole fucking camera thing is give me almost anything and I can try to find beauty in it. Like through a lens.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I could make him beautiful like fucking a million times over.
So
Just give me him with no clothes.
That by Fresh.
On a velvet bed.
Oh.
Some candles.
With that picture of that guy from Seinfeld. What's the chubby guy's name?
Newman.
Yeah.
You're my Newman.
Okay, I'll be your Newman.
Yeah. No, it's weird because I never looked at it like that before, and then I just got into this, and then I just started fucking around. I'm like, dude, and it's got me up my ass. Like, I'm going to Point Pelee again tomorrow. In the last 5 years, I've been to Point Pelee once, and then in a week, I've gone twice.
I've still never been.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been to Point Pelee.
It's pretty cool.
Nice.
It was cool because, like, when you're at the point, the wind is just whipping, and there's just huge waves. And then you look to your left, and it's calm, just crystal clear.
Yeah, that's another aspect of climate change and raising ocean rates is like Point Pelee's gonna fucking disappear.
Yeah, man, I can't go there anymore.
Part of it has.
Yeah, literally the point.
Oh yeah, it's all.
Now it's just the Pelee.
I don't know, man. It's just like
Whatever.
I've never felt more at peace than I've felt in nature, especially with no music. I always used to listen to music when I went camping and shit, and then I stopped and I'm like, bro, this is awesome.
No, you need the sounds.
Yeah,
of
man.
life
You can't just
and
be on a trail with your
death.
headphones.
Unless
you're like training. If you're like running, that's okay. Even
Yeah,
then,
it's
though,
different.
Groove to the sounds of nature.
I don't know. Everybody should go and enjoy it. Get
Absolutely.
out there and appreciate it. It's even the littlest things, man.
What's up, bud?
Well, I don't know if you guys want me to say this, but
Probably not.
I think we should take a little bit of an initiative, and with this episode post, have resources to which people can educate themselves.
For me to read?
For everybody who is listening and wants to educate themselves on how they can do better,
Okay.
I think I would like to put out some resources.
What was it you once said, my friend? Small attainable goals?
Small attainable goals.
Should we like put links in our description or something?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
So I just wrote in a couple not an actual place things to go to, but like we'll look up some good recycle websites, like some good information on some. We can start small. Water filtration using less water bottles, using it your own. Vegan websites. Kind of the joys of being vegan, aside from the environmental, because a lot of times, when people kind of want to beat you on the environmental factor, they get obviously defensive. Just go, hey, there's some good things about it.
That's why these restaurants are so important. Like these restaurants are so much more than just being good restaurants. It's like they change stigma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Home garden and farm websites. Just again,
I agree with that.
Something you can do small. You just grow your first tomato plant. You will get so much out of that, just like of yourself. And then also finally some sort of composting resources.
There is a program in Windsor. It's like $30 a month, but honestly, I'm probably going to do it, where the guy comes around weekly and picks up your compost.
Why don't you just start a garden and use your compost?
Here's the thing. I live in Windsor, Ontario.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
Clay soil?
rats. I had compost. I always composted.
Oh,
I've
so then-
composted since
Yeah.
childhood.
I know.
After the flood last year,
Oh, shit.
fucking rats, dude.
Let's take that higher ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, yeah.
yeah,
didn't
so
think
I
of
was
that.
like, okay, well, I can't be the reason that my neighborhood has worse rat problems. So
Yeah. Okay. No, that's cool.
You know what,
I
though?
get that.
But on the composting, I do recall, I'm going to find that website. There's one that is rodent resistant / proof.
Okay, well, I'm very open to that. Anyway, this dude has a program that he goes around and picks up your compost, and hopefully it will allow for the amount of fucking produce I use, because my grandma's got it's this European fucking thing, because again, all progress comes from Europe, and it's this giant drum, but it's insulated and it's kind of weird. Anyway, it's completely everything proof.
Is it compost proof?
It's not compost proof.
that gets in.
So you put all your scraps and everything in there, and then but it's best to put it in the sun because obviously warmth accelerates the decomposition. And, after a couple months, whatever, the shit's all broken down and everything. You just go out and you turn it once in a while to let the air get to the other parts. But it's huge. It's fucking big like this. And I'm thinking I would need that just for myself. Like, the amount of scraps I create. But still, I'm going to try this program with this dude.
And you try that. But think about, just to touch on this, if you did get something like that or even built something like that, man, you don't, no offense, but you don't do a lot in your backyard.
No.
You could grow tons of shit.
I could, but I used to garden. See, this was before you knew me. I was huge on gardening. I was out in my yard every single day. You remember this, Mickey. I had fucking broccoli and kale and spinach and radishes and cucumbers and mint. And honestly, I started working out.
But wouldn't that be initiative to grow better food? Save money?
It's
Save
not
money, live better.
oppositional to that, but it just takes time. It just takes time.
Not really enough.
I'd rent it out to like a community garden or something. Greener Bins Compost is what it's called.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Also, I added to the list local programs for stuff like that. Because that'd be like, Windsor
there you go.
has
That's
it.
one.
But
We should have more local gardens too.
what was it again? Greener what?
Greener Bins
That's
Composting.
it. Thank you.
Like local vegetable gardens. We should have tons of them.
Dude, out on Lens, there used to be a community garden, and they just fucking closed it off.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because they're douchebags.
Because they're just douches.
Just fucking dicks.
We tried doing it in our backyard, but the deer eat it all up.
Yeah.
We'll just fence it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that just costs more money. Again,
Yeah,
I
to
know.
save a ton of money in the long
It
run.
wasn't.
You can't have reasons why not,
I know
Mickey.
it wasn't a good enough reason, but
No, it wasn't even at all. That wasn't even a reason. It was just bullshit.
no, they didn't like the potatoes, so we can grow potatoes for days because apparently they'll eat everything but potatoes.
Man, I crush a fucking giant bowl of potatoes right now.
I want
me
potatoes
too.
now.
Let's go get potatoes.
Let's go eat a potato.
All right. Well, I think there's a lot more we can do, and there's probably a lot
tons.
more we can discuss. But we're going to put a bunch of resources in the show notes here, and I don't know. Hopefully, be a positive force for change on this issue because this is. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is my single voting issue at this point. Is the environment? Like, I don't care. Like the guy who takes real action on the environment can drag a baby out and eat it, and I won't give a fuck. Fix the environmental shit. We're cool.
Golden baby.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's me.
My closer is just do something.
Just do something.
Just do anything. One thing, like stop using water bottles. Just get anything. And me too. Like I'm going to take that seriously. I got to really start getting back to the good. When I was good for a bit, and then I just said fuck it. But yeah,
weren't you
do
good
something.
when you had your house?
Yeah, that's the thing. When I had
Yeah.
MySpace, bro, it was like I was eating like almost raw vegan shit, and like just I didn't have
My days
water
were better
bottles.
at the time of MySpace too.
Yeah, MySpace. Tom, shout out, bro.
Tom.
What about you, Mick?
Mine would be stop pointing the blame at somebody else and take a little responsibility and take a little action.
Boom.
For real, man.
Absolutely.
You'll never find better fulfillment than when you decide to do something like that and
Yeah.
just better yourself.
That's a fucking great note to close on. Thanks, boys. Hey y'all, thanks for attending the shit show. We appreciate your time, your attention, and of course your guacamole recipes. We are active on Instagram, and you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Everything at Fresh Slick and Mick, all one word. That's Fresh Slick AND Mick.
To listen to more explicit douchebaggery and brotification of your favorite high intellectual pursuits, we are on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and Google Play under Fresh, Slick, and Mick. Respect the Oxford comma. And for all inquiries, suggestions, features, and hate mail, we're at freshslickandmick@gmail.com. We have been and will continue to be Mitchy Slick, Pope Mickey the First, and I am Jay Fresh. This is Fresh, Slick, and Mick. Peace out, y'all.